certain Native American tribes of the northern plains believe moons are ancestral spirits trying to communicate with us.
Whoop, motherfucking whoop. What is up, y'all? Welcome to another fucking awesome episode of the Underground Pulse podcast. I am your host, GunnerB. We got motherfucking SwiL, Bill chilling up to my left, and we got a first timer here. We got a virgin. We're popping the cherry here. Everybody,
it's cherry popping time, baby.
Please give a warming round of applause for the motherfucking homie, Poncho. Poncho, what is good? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Happy to be here. Thanks for having me on, and fuck you, SwiL.
No worries.
Hell yeah, that's a super dope Clockwork E-banner you got.
Yeah, it's theirs. Well, it was.
That's yours now. It's yours.
Where did you get? Well, you said it was at the gathering. You got that?
No. I got this. This was actually sent to me. Yo, whoop whoop, Mr. E. This was actually sent to me from a homie that went to the Youngstown, Ohio show of the Mighty Morphin Whackness tour. And evidently this person ended up with it and felt bad about it. So he shipped it out to me because he knew I was making the New Hampshire show at Lethal Weekend, which was fucking insane, by the way. So I chopped it up with them there. I handed it back to them, and they're like, nah, dude, that's yours. So the back's all signed and shit. I got it signed by fucking them and Super Famous.
Well, enough about you. People don't give a fuck about Americans here. People are not here to listen to Americans talk right now.
It's true.
All right. You know, especially with
absolutely not. I super shared the shit out of this and spammed it everywhere. So I would like to apologize to all of my friends that I spammed this to. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Okay.
So we're gonna kick this off. If you're here, you know who we got. If not, if you don't know, we're about to bring on the homie from overseas, the motherfucking big dog. He's been to the gathering. He's done his motherfucking juggalo shit. He's put in more work than a lot of people here in America have done for the juggalo culture. So
it's easy.
I want everybody to give a warm welcome and give a motherfucking whoop whoop to the motherfucking homie Edwyn, aka motherfucking Frenchie. What up, bro?
What up, dude? Whoop, whoop.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's 6:35 p.m. right now.
God damn.
It is 11:35 over here. So
it's 12:35 for me. So we're all over the fucking place.
Now we're just gonna start off with thinking about like, okay, so the gathering, the times are off for the gathering. That's one thing you got to adjust to right away. Is
oh man, I didn't even think about that one. Yeah,
that's our difference. Yeah, you're used to sleeping instead of staying up for 5 days straight or however you do it.
Yeah, well, my sleep schedule is fucked up anyway. So, and I'm so excited about being around that it's not a problem, you know.
None of that even matters.
All right.
Yeah.
First thing I want to say, Frenchie, is bonjourne, comment vas-tu?
Bonjour, bonjour, comment vas-tu?
Yeah. Is that did I say that correct?
Man, he sounds so much more sexy.
You
Is it?
say comment vas, and it's comment va, but beside that, it's perfect.
All
I
right.
mean, you can pull up any chick you want right now.
That's my bad. I tried, dude. I asked Google, so you can blame Google on that one.
Did you
So-
just ask
Fuck
him
Google.
to show you his butthole in French?
I hope
So
so.
fuck it, man. Let's kick it off like NFL season, bro. Let's just say let's give you the stage, bro. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Frenchie. Like, who are you? What is like who is Edwyn? Like, how would you describe yourself?
Well, I don't know. I mean, beside the juggalo shit, I work with children in schools and shit, and I have a lowrider club in my city. It's called the Southside Riders. So we do a lot of events around hip hop and lowrider culture. And that's it. I grew up in a punk rock family, so I used to listen to a lot of punk rock and metal music and shit like that. And I've been introduced to hip hop with ICP. Like ICP was the first ever hip hop band I've been into.
Okay.
Because before that, my ear wasn't working for hip hop, because I was used to heavy music.
Mm.
But more and more, I've been used to love hip hop and shit. So
Who
pretty
showed you
much.
ICP? Like, if you like, do you remember?
Yeah, like no one showed me. I found it. I found about them like randomly on YouTube when I was maybe, I don't know, 12. Like it was during the Founds Pond area. You
The what?
remember when they dropped the Founds Pond?
The Tempest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Because
So
when they dropped the music video in the forest and shit,
Yeah.
and I went into
Yes.
the
Okay.
music
Sorry,
video and I was like, damn.
your accent is so thick. Sometimes I just couldn't
Yeah,
understand it.
don't
I'm
worry.
sorry, bro. Fonz Pond,
Don't
Bang
worry.
Boom. My bad.
I wasn't getting that either.
what's that? 2011? 2011 Fonz Pond.
I don't know.
2010.
I mean,
2009.
I was very young, and I found about them with this music video. Then I lost it for 5 years, and I was like, man, what was it already? Who were they? What was this band and shit? And then when I found them again, I start to dig more and more into their music, and I found out about like Twisted, Blade, Psychopathic, and everyone. I was like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, what
So
is this? It's like a brand new world.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
ever since then,
You were born in France, though. That's where you was born and raised.
French, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I just, you've been there your whole life. You don't know anything other than that. That's what you know. That's your life.
That kind of bounces
Yeah,
off
yeah,
what I
yeah.
was going to say, Swill,
do
actually.
you come to the States for anything other than the gathering or just the gathering?
No, like what made me going to the USA was definitely the gathering. But the first time I went, I did a big trip all around the USA for like a month and a half. And I started in LA, then I've been in Denver, then in Mississippi, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and shit to meet all the juggalos that I knew
You've been
at
all
the
around
time.
the United States, though. You've been not just to the gathering, but you've been all
No,
around
no, yeah.
in LA. All right.
Yeah.
Fucking whoop,
Dope,
whoop,
man.
Lee. Much
Shit,
clown
man,
love.
you've been more places in my country than I have. That's fucked up. That's dope, man. That's really
Travel
cool.
around Europe quite often, not just France. Do you, or just kind of stick around your area there?
No, pretty much stick to my area. Like even in France, I don't travel around France that much. I've been in UK to see ICP in 2017 for the first time. I saw them live
Is that the
for
What was
the.
that crowd like? What was that crowd like? Was it a big crowd?
Oh man, yeah, it was fucking sold out. Uh, I mean, it was the first time they came back in 15 years. So we had juggalos from all around Europe, like from UK,
man?
Germany, East Europe, and shit. It was crazy as fuck, man. Like everyone was really into it. Like it's like I don't know. In the USA, people are kind of used to see ICP because they tour and they
Hey,
show up. I
hey,
mean,
We
that's the
are.
truth,
come on now. The law of diminishing returns does not exist in Juggalo fandom. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
see
telling
so
you,
many
we are
people
spoiled.
being
No,
like
you're
seeing
right.
ICP at the gathering,
You're
and they
right.
were like,
You are
"Man,
right.
bro, what the fuck?"
Was this
So
it?
yeah, it was the first time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
when
That was
I
they
saw
came to
them in
you.
the UK.
That
It
looks
was
like
crazy, man.
Bang Pow Boom.
I don't know.
I don't
Your
know,
Facebook,
2017.
your Facebook shit.
Oh,
I think
really?
it was
No, that's 2017-ish. Yeah.
No shit.
Come
yeah,
on.
2017. Yeah,
Fuck yeah!
it was
And
dope, man.
I
look at
like the
that hair.
fucking. I like the Liberty Spikes
Yeah,
hair. So
Yeah,
the thank you. The crazy story about this picture is that I went to pick up my homie from the bus station because I went outside. Like first, we take a room in London, and I went in Birmingham to see the show. And I went there a day early than my homies because they sold out the first date and they put another date right before the date they were supposed to do. I don't know if it's clear or not, but anyway, they played 2 days in a row in Birmingham. So I showed up to see all the show that I could. And when I went to pick up my homie from the bus station, we got lost on the way back to the hotel, and I randomly ran into violent J on the street like that, and it was dope, man. Because
just stop and
like
get
he
a
saw
picture.
me, I saw him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
I
we
know
had
that.
we had a quick. It was dope. Man.
That is awesome.
That's
That's
you
awesome.
got a lot of juggalos where you're at, or you kind of like the only one in your area?
Uh, no, I mean, I got Juggalo homie was like 2 hours away maybe. But in my city, I got a lot of homies that love ICP and Juggalo culture and shit, but they are not really into the Juggalo lifestyle.
They
Yeah,
don't. Yes,
juggalo adjacent. We call that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Familiars.
yeah,
They're familiars.
kind of.
They're
I have a
familiars.
homie who told me that the live on YouTube keep freezing and shit and popping out.
Oh shit!
Like
You were
the
getting
live on
a
YouTube
there.
isn't working.
What's
Hey,
going on?
got anybody, Casey? And I seen NGS was in the chat. What up, NGS? Never
NGS,
gonna
you
stream.
are welcome to hop in if you would like, Mr. NGS.
You seen that he's getting a GunnerB tattoo right now. He's
So,
getting a Gunner
Okay,
30
It better be
tat.
on the butt cheek. It hurts,
I
dude. I
wanted to.
got
can
one.
someone
Not Gunner B.
drop the
I
link
got
of
one.
the live on my on the post I made about it? Because I got homies that try to watch it on YouTube, but it's not working.
I got you. I
Yeah, we got
got
that.
you. I got something
Uh,
going. Not much. Go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves.
are you gonna send that to them or something? Or
I'm
Do it.
gonna post it.
Do it.
okay.
Do
Anyway,
it.
so I wanted to kind of hop go straight into the gathering shit. While SwiL takes care of sending you the link to get your homie in there.
Thank you.
When did you first know? Oh, what up, cheeseburger? Whoop whoop. Sorry. So when did you first know that you were coming to the gathering of the Juggalos? How did you first get that inkling? Like, hey, I'm doing this
Man,
shit. Fuck it, I'm making it happen.
I don't know. It was like I don't even know because it went pretty like logic to me. Like I don't know. When I saw the fucking music video of Juggalo Island and all the stuff like that, all the video about the gathering, it was my main goal to show up and like I start like I went. I don't know what to say. I became a Juggalo around 16 years old. When I was 16 years old, and I started working at 17 years old, so a year later. So all the money I could, I put it aside
Start
to show
stacking
up.
that bread up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. I
You really,
wasn't.
you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
have to prepare
All the
for
Yeah,
it.
money I could, gathering.
come from overseas. It's got to take some serious fucking cheddar
But
stack.
see,
I'm
you're
sure.
doing the thing that all these motherfucking juggalos make excuses about, dude. Oh, I can't save money for the gathering. Oh, I can't do this and that.
When
Oh,
you're
dude, you're
determined,
literally
no.
flying halfway across the world to come experience this, dog. You know what I mean? What
Well,
excuse does fucking Martha have in fucking Columbus, Ohio?
Yeah,
Right?
no doubt, no doubt.
I met at Super Gathering. I met this. I don't know exactly where she was from. She was wearing like a kimono, and she had like her face was painted white, but it was like painted like ABK, right? So, and her whole thing, she didn't really speak a lot of English, but she was like whoop 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 whoop, to everyone. So
I
like
think
everyone
she
was
was from Japan. I think is
Japan.
that the same girl I think of? I think she's from Japan.
Yeah. So anyway, people, she said that she came all the way from Japan. She didn't care about the gathering or any of that. She just loved ABK. Like, for some reason, you know what I mean? Like that was like the one thing. She's like, ABK, whoop. I'm like, all right, dude. I was like, ICP. She's like, eh. I'm like, all right, like cool. Then. She's like, I just want to meet ABK. So anyway, I'm pretty sure she did get to meet ABK. I'm pretty sure.
And I'm sure BK wanted to meet her as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was a dick to her when she did meet him.
Oh, what an
what you
asshole.
want? Yeah, what you
Fucking
want?
ABK, always a dick, dude. I always hear mean stories.
Don't even get me started, bro. I'll get banned right now.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories about him too. Yeah.
We're not going there.
Okay, so you decided.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, so you've seen the videos and stuff, the Juggalo Island video, and you get a vibe for what the gathering is, kind of, right? Because like
Yeah.
I've been there, and when I watch those videos, I see a version of the gathering that I'm like, but it's hard for me to watch that and think like, oh, what's it like there? Because I know what it's like there, So when you was watching the videos and you seen the thing, and then finally making it to the gathering, how did that like contrast? Were you like, holy shit, this is way beyond what I thought it was, or like what? Right? It's got to be like a little bit of like, holy shit, these guys are crazy.
Well, I don't know, cause like I said, I grew up in all around the punk rock scene, so I was used to see crazy shit since I'm a kid. And so when I went to the gathering, I was more excited about the shows and meeting people I knew online. So I wasn't expecting anything beside having a good time, enjoying the music and shit, And I wasn't disappointed, so that's why I came back and shit.
And how many gatherings have you been to now? You've been to a couple.
I've been to 3, and the next year is gonna be my 4th.
What the fuck? All right, man. I didn't know you were that seasoned. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, Frenchie season.
What's your fucking excuse to not gather people in the chat? Other than if you got kids. I understand the kids aspect sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
Bring them. Yeah.
Oh, now SwiL.
First one. That's the first one right there.
Getting into that conversation. All right. You get a strike. All right. Strike one.
So
we're doing that
a few times, and like I said, I remember, because I kind of met you when Kevin was like, "Oh, hey man, I'm getting my guy,
yeah,
and stuff," and that was like your second or third time coming.
Maybe I don't know, maybe my second. I met Kevin on the way from my first one. Like Kevin been my ride or die since day one. I went into the USA for real.
Solid guy.
Yeah, for real. Like much love to Kevin for real.
Yeah.
So
and that you guys met, and he was like, "All right, well, you come into the States or whatever. You come stay at my house. You stay with me."
And it's funny because he told me, "Yeah, show up to my house. This is my address and shit." And he keep making joke about you ain't gonna show up. Yeah, shut up. And then when I knock on his door, he was like, "Bro, you really here?"
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Also, that we're kind of on this part right here. SwiL tells me you got a story from when you were visiting in the United States about being at the park or something like that, or something happened at the park.
I mean, is that the one I think of? It's I went to Kevin's place, and we were supposed to go to the gathering together for my first one, but I saw that Twisted and fuck AXC and Blaze and everyone were doing a show in Columbus right before the gathering, like maybe a day or two before.
Dope.
And I
that.
booked a bus and I went in fucking Columbus in the bus and from Pittsburgh. And on the way to Columbus, the bus had an accident. So we lost like fucking 4 hours of the time I was planning to put my suitcase in my hotel room. So I just had to show up to the concert with my fucking suitcase.
Everything.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and I went at the show, and some tall ass juggalo went and was like, because the right before that I was in Denver with I know the infamous Frankie Grudge, and he was like, "You're the homie of you're Frankie homie," and I was like, "Okay, so it's either fighting time or he's the homie of my homies, you know." So I was
Right,
like,
right.
yeah. He was like, yeah, cool, man. He's my dog. Yeah. What's up with the suitcase? And I was like, yeah, I didn't have any time. He's like, yeah, I live just right here, like 1 minute away. And I put my suitcase in his place. I went to the show. I had a blast. Some homies made me met AXC. They were really nice with me and shit. We took a picture.
Right. And
We
that was in
went eat
Colorado.
together and
That was
shit.
in Denver. That
No,
was in
the homies at the parking lot was talking about my homies from Colorado, but when he asked about him, I didn't know if they were homie or if they were beefing.
Oh,
So
okay,
I was
okay.
like, yeah, it's my homie, what's up?
Yeah, yeah. Because sometimes you're like, I don't know if I want to admit that I know this guy.
Yeah, it
you
was
know,
during the time it was struggle. I mean, at this time there were a lot of beefing between like Dead Gang and 17 Dead, and
we don't have to talk about any
so
of
I
that.
was in the middle of everything. I didn't had any beef with anyone, and I was in the middle of everything,
Trying
getting
to
messages
smooth it out.
from people mad at me and
Right,
shit. And I was like,
dude.
yeah, bro,
Yeah, right,
yeah.
dude. Frenchie, I saw you taking sides, bro. I saw you say "fuck twisted." No, I'm just,
Yeah, that's what I said. Like,
I
we don't just
mean,
tell each other.
yeah, like I love Twisted, but there's some shitty shit about the way they did their own label. So
no, see.
I
I
mean,
here's the
It's
thing.
Steve.
I'm softening up more and more as time goes on to Twisted because I'm not gonna lie. Like I let a lot of other things affect the way I feel on shit, but as times progressed, I still will say
yeah, yeah, yeah.
their newer music. I am not fucking the biggest fan of. I did think
Oh, same.
I think Glyph was okay or GIF or whatever Glyph. I think
Cliff,
was
yeah,
what it was.
Diet Lotus.
Yeah, I thought Glyph was all right. It was actually
Yeah.
pretty good. So it's not like I don't listen to their shit. So because my
Yeah,
fiance,
No,
but
me
it's about
neither. It's not the Twisted I wanted to see. It's like when I talk about Twisted with my homies,
yeah,
because some of my French homies they love the new Twisted shit because it's like new metal and shit, and I'm like, it's not that bad, but that's not what I expect from Twisted, kind of.
so
right. It's not my twisted. That's how I always say
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah, yeah.
it's not
And
my.
I
they're
don't
like,
mean
yeah,
to
I
They're
didn't
all
know the
right.
old Twisted.
I don't
So
mean to
you're
derail, but Lee's got a question for you. I know his question. He wants to know the craziest shit you've seen at the gathering of the Juggalos.
That's what I was trying to say.
Because the motherfucker's
Uh,
French, so people are trying to go all out to show you the wildest shit while you're in
I
America.
don't
Check this
know.
out.
What are you legally obligated to not say? We want to know that.
Nice.
I mean, as long as it's been in the USA, I can say everything I want. I don't give a fuck.
That was
But
over
I don't
there.
know the craziest shit I saw to the gathering.
What happens in the
I
U.S.
don't
stays in the
know.
U.S.
I don't even know. I saw people fucking, people fighting, people do. I don't know. I mean, it's the gathering, so you. It's not like I got something and I'm like, yeah, this is the 10, this is 9, this is 11, this is. I don't take notes on
So,
what I see. I'm just
So
like,
it
okay,
just
cool.
happened. Yeah,
your first
mind blown.
your
Did they
first
have anything?
gathering,
Oh, go ahead.
your first gathering, did you have to camp by yourself, or did, like you said, you knew friends from the internet and shit? Did they hook
Yeah,
be like, yo, you're camping with us, let me show you the ropes, or did
and
you kind of just have to traverse it yourself?
yeah, I mean, it's kind of a sad story too, kind of, because when I show up after the Twisted show, I went to take another bus to the gathering. On the way, I met juggalos in the bus, and we stopped to a Walmart. When I buy some shit, then they drive me to the gathering with some of their homies.
Nice.
I show up on the first night without any tent and shit, and I met the homie Jake, and we talk about anything like the spirituality and shit. And we laid on the grass, and we I just fall asleep with my French flag as a blanket, you know. And it was fucking one of my best gathering memory was to woke up at the parking lot with the how it's called when you can't see anything because of the mist, kind of how it's called, the mist, I think it is. And I
The view.
saw
Yeah,
juggalos putting tents and running everywhere around. And I was waiting for my homies, from the people who used to be my homies, to show up with the RV and my tent. And the people I'm talking to are Deviant Art, the Deviant Or, you know, Shane Coates,
Yep.
the fucking
Deviant art.
Chomo and shit. Yeah,
Fuck that guy. Fuck
yeah,
that
fuck that
guy.
guy for real, man. Like,
yeah, we'll
drive
do
me
that.
crazy because
It
I,
sucks.
I stay. Yeah, man. It been very hard for me when I heard about what he did, because I stayed at his place with his wife and his girl for a few
You
days,
didn't get those
and
vibes. Get those vibes
yeah,
from
no,
him.
I mean, I didn't see anything that was weird, you know.
Right.
So when
That's
I
gotta fuck
heard
you up
about
a little
all
bit, then,
the
man. That's
what?
gotta fuck you up a little bit, then, man, because you put
Oh,
your
yeah,
trust
yeah,
in
yeah.
that guy. And from what I
Oh, man,
understand,
for
a
real.
lot of people in the community like actually did trust him to some point, but there were some things around him where people were keeping quiet and hush hush about, I guess. So
Man,
I mean,
at the time I didn't notice anything, you know.
that sucks that a guy who opened up his doors for you, like to
That
take
you
you in
think.
from another country, it turned out to be that shitty of a person, because that might affect how you feel about other people now. Like, you know what I mean? You can't.
Mm,
No, that doesn't make you feel
You
different
know,
towards
one
other
thing
no,
people.
I mean, I don't
is like
know. Like
people.
even back then, I knew that they were in the Juggalo community. There were good people, bad people, and you just got to learn about who is who. Like the more you go around these people, you know. But it's fucked up because yeah, there were some of the first Juggalos I ever met. They take me to their place. They take care of me at the gathering, and we stay in touch. Like right before going out the gathering, we hug each other, crying and shit. Like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna miss you and shit. It was
Right.
fucking blast and
It's
shit.
fucking-
And to have
yeah.
this memory with these people and learn about what they did later was
Right, because you're like, I accepted you also, there's levels to this shit, and that's one thing that always fucked me up when you find out shit like this about somebody that you're like, I considered you a friend. When I
uh,
bring you into my world and you're my friend, I assume that you're gonna hold yourself to the same moral standards and
yeah,
shit that
yeah,
I.
yeah,
And hey, whoop
yeah,
whoop,
yeah, definitely.
Riggs from middle of nowhere,
Whoop,
Reno,
whoop.
Reno-ish, Nevada-ish. But they, it kills me because then I'm thinking like these motherfuckers were doing this shit when I was dapping them. You know what I'm saying? Like you're pulling the wool over everybody's eyes. You're fooling everybody here, and
Yeah, no, exactly, man.
it hurts to be betrayed like that by somebody. It's like, of course, you're upset about the victims and the things that they've done or whatever with shit. But then, you yourself, myself, and
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
shit resonates
the
deep.
Grossman shit, where I'm like, damn, this dude was
Yeah,
fucking in
yeah,
our
yeah.
shit. We accepted this guy. He was a juggalo. He was a juggalo for a long time. Same thing with fucking Coach. He's a juggalo for a long time. He was in it.
And fucking Grossman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
man. Same for him, you know. Fuck this guy, you know.
you piece of shit. Like, we don't do that. We don't do that, Fuck that. And we're
And that's
friends.
because
Well, and now we got people all in the jails with Hatchet Man tats that are fucking with that
yeah,
shit on.
Give
man,
him a
that's
bad
that,
name,
that, that's what
terrible
fucked
name,
me up,
bro.
you know.
That's
Because
not okay.
I keep seeing videos about people talking about prison tattoo, and they say like people with achievement in prison are more
Get your
likely to
hatchet
be
man
there
covered
because
up
of
if you're going to
pedophile
prison.
allegation, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know, like kill them for us. We don't want them around with running around with this shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, butt plug up in the chat. Whoop whoop. BP.
What up, butt plug?
What up, butt plug?
Whoop.
Butt
And
plug,
it-
Bruce Drugs.
Yeah, because especially like you said, like, hey, they opened their doors to you, and you know what I mean? Like you're like, they're like, hey, come on in, we'll help you. What you need a tent when you get here, because of course, you can't fly with a lot of that shit. You bring your clothes.
No,
and
no.
stuff like that. But you gotta rough that shit when you get there, right? Like you said, you're looking for homies to throw down on an RV and shit. I don't want to have to travel with my camping chairs and all my shit. That's impossible.
Yeah. When I show up, I got like a backpack, a few clothes, and my dick in my hand. That's it.
And my sister's in the chat. Whoop whoop. SwiL sister.
Whoop, whoop.
What up,
Favorite
SwiL
juggalo
sis?
ever. Sorry, Frenchie.
So I still got a little bit of questions going on here. Let's see. SwiL, was that the story you were telling me? I swear that wasn't the story.
No,
Maybe it's another one.
Where you guys were getting chased by the cops.
Oh yeah, with Kevin.
He said, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Like, that one.
yeah, it was fun.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. He wasn't going to be coming back for another gathering, though.
No, yeah. When I show up, I think it was no, not last year. I'm not sure. Last year or the year before. I think it
The
was.
year before.
I'm not sure.
Right.
Anyway, I show up to Pittsburgh to see Kevin like usual, and uh, he's a fucking fireman. He's always got some crazy firework everywhere in his place. Like he got the RV in front of his house with a fucking nuclear bomb waiting to explode. And so we drove to a fucking a parking an empty parking kind of, and there were fucking rave music with rave people enjoying themselves. And Kevin showed up and was like, "Yeah, I'm about to blow up some firework." And they were like, "Okay, do your thing, like we don't give a fuck." And Kevin started blowing the fucking
Yeah, they
man.
didn't know what they were getting
Yeah,
into.
I think he was trying to attack China or some shit. It was fucking crazy, like 5 minutes straight of, and all the rave people were like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" and and then the cops showed up, and Kevin knew he was in his right because it was the 4th July or some shit, like the National American Day.
That's our freedom holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah, he knew he was in his right. So when the cops show up and he was mad, but at the same time he was giving props to Kevin. He was like, "Yeah, you can't do that, even though it's pretty impressive, I gotta say." And we got the fucking hipster chick who showed up and go to snitch on us to the cops, and they were like, "Yeah, that's not us, it's them. We don't have anything to do with that." But Kevin was confident, he was like, "Yeah, okay, we going anywhere, we're going away." And he told me, "Yeah, I'm not scared because if it was illegal, he would have arrested me straight up. So
And
but
that's
it
what
was
I'm
it was
thinking, right?
fun.
You come over here to the U.S., you're going to a gathering, and then you catch a case. Oh yeah, they ain't gonna be letting you come back to the gathering anymore.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go back to the USA if I catch a case over there. So, but at
You
the
know,
same time, I ain't gonna be scared for everything I do.
right, absolutely. Hey, have you ever been to the catacombs over there? Like the
and do you have a
Paris?
huge wee wee?"
city shit? I was just thinking about
Wait.
that because, like, I see some, you see the TV shows and the shit like that. But what's that like?
No, I never went to the catacomb because I don't know. Yeah, I mean, uh, it's not like it's not interesting for me, but it's not. I don't give a fuck.
Right. I just went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like a couple months ago. It's been
Yeah,
there.
I can understand why it's so interesting for people coming from around France because it's a place full of history. And if tomorrow I go to Paris and I got homies that told me, "Yeah, let's go to the catacomb," I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, sure." But if I ain't gonna go there by myself and try to
Right.
go in it.
That'd be some weird shit that I was doing.
Dude, the
right?
catacombs would be nuts, dude. Absolutely nuts to investigate.
Let's gather
So-
in the catacombs.
Yeah.
I think
So let
we
me
need
get this
Frenchie to
straight.
have do some on-site reporting for us in France, and maybe just get them out there on the corner asking questions about people. How popular is Ouija Mac over there? That's what I want to know.
Four is pretty much the same as ICP, I guess, because some people gonna be introduced to Ouija, then to ICP, or to ICP, then to Ouija.
It
But I
just
feel like to the new generation, it's gonna be more easier for people to like and to be into Ouija than to ICP. You know, like it's
I,
more like a
different style.
new school type of music.
Right. It's Dave, how is the Juggalo love in France? Like the ones I consider homies, no matter what. Let's say I trust me, I'm a family would be trust with them, vice versa. Do you guys get together regularly, like you and your Juggalo homies there in France? You got like a solid crew of guys that are living that jug life over there, or is it just you and everybody else riding your coattails?
No, I mean, in my town, it's like me and my crew, like the Southside Riders. But in the Juggalo, real Juggalo shit, not that much. Like we all from different place in France, except my
Okay.
homies who's 2 hours away, and I used to link up with him a lot, but he just had a kid, so now he's busy with his kid. I got one of my homies from my
And 2
city
hours
that
is a long ride. It's a long ride.
uh, it is what it is. Yeah. And one of my homies became a juggalo because of me, kind of. And he had two fucking achievement tattoo over there, but he moved place from straight north in France, so it's like 10 hours away from us now, and he got two kids. So
Yeah.
it's more, it's not.
And Joshua Murphy here had a question for Frenchie. He said, do you and your homies over in France, you guys put together your own mini gatherings? And
No, no,
yeah,
no.
oh,
I
dude,
see
you
that.
I, wi-
should,
I, wi-
Frenchie. You
I
should.
wish we could. Yeah, but it's like what? I'm gonna work my ass off to try to build an event for Juggalos to have 10 people show up. That's not worth it. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. The
if
crowd is
if we were doing a big Europe Juggalo with all the homies from UK, Germany, East Europe, with the uh, it could be worth it, but just in France, it's gonna be useless as fuck.
Damn.
okay.
So
So
damn, that scratches out my. How's your Juggalo homies in France? All right, so yeah, we're gonna
right.
take that question out of there. Scratch
and
that.
it's like this though too. Like the internet keeps us all a little bit closer
Connected.
together. It keeps us in touch with things. You know what I mean? So we're all only just a phone call or a group chat away or whatever. Get on. Even like the Facebook fucking keeping people together. And a lot of times I'll see names and I'll be commenting on shit. And I'm like, oh, this guy is hilarious. He's funny. I believe that's you spinning the wheel.
That's you
Frank.
spinning the wheel.
That is
Yeah, perfect. I never did that shit. I'm not dumb like that.
He said, "I'm not dumb like
It's
that."
pretty accurate. I don't know. That's pretty
man.
accurate.
You're
It should
his
have said
boy.
we. It should have said we coming out there, so we know for sure he's French.
Yeah,
But
and-
I gotta
and,
I gotta ask you, man. So you getting to your first gathering? What year was your what year was your first gathering that you went to?
What you said?
What year was your first gathering again? I don't know if we kind of got
I think it was the Super Gathering,
so 2019.
2019.
That was my
Okay,
first too, man.
then I gotta ask
Someone
you.
in the
do.
chat said they thought they saw you in Indiana, so they probably did. It was a while ago they said that, but
Then I
No,
gotta
I don't
ask
think it
you,
was
man,
me.
you
no,
making
Yeah.
that
you didn't.
trip.
They're wrong. Fuck them.
You
Fuck
making
'em.
that trip, that
Wasn't me.
journey across overseas, you know what I mean? That fucking thing you worked to make happen, and then you finally get to the front gates of heaven, aka the gathering of the Juggalos, man. What's that feeling for you, bro? What was that first? I know it's hard for people to describe that, but it's got to be just a little bit sweeter for you, man. Just a little bit sweeter.
I mean, it was way different the first than the second time because I don't know. I think the second one was even more powerful because I knew what I was gonna experience, and the first one was more not stressful, but
But
it
you're
was a
born back.
lot
You
of
don't know what.
yeah,
You
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
what to
It's
do.
like
How it's
I'm
gonna
here,
go.
and a lot of information to experience, a lot of shit to see to do. Uh, I like the first I
But that
show up.
second
I had
one, yeah.
some
I
what?
was gonna say that second or third one, like once you've gone to one and you get the vibe of it and the flow
Yeah,
and kind of how it goes, and you learn that like you can't really make a schedule of things you want to do because everything's gonna be
yeah,
all
yeah, yeah. The first one was
gonna
kind
go
of
how it
a
goes.
test, you know.
Yes, yeah, yeah. The first I always make the joke of like last year's just practice for next year, you know what I mean? Like all the other
Yeah,
gatherings have
kind
just
of.
been practice
Yeah,
for this one
exactly.
coming up.
Like on the first one, I felt like not not did I lose, but I spent too many time with the girl I met at this time. We were my like first juggalo love, kind of like my ex American girlfriend. So we spent the gathering together all day, every day. So I had a lot of my attention on her, and so I felt like on the second one, I will need to be more with the homies and shit, you know.
Yeah, you're like this one's about me. I want to go there because really, I feel that the gathering is, it's an experience or whatever. You go into the gathering as one person and you leave as somebody different. Though you absorb some of that energy that's
Yeah.
in the air,
No,
and
no, for real, that's true.
when you leave, you're still the same, but you're just a little bit different. You've got a different view of things. Things look
Shout out
different.
Johnny P. Shout out Johnny P in the chat.
Shout
We
out
got
fucking Johnny
a
P.
Johnny P. A random
What
Johnny
up,
P.
dog?
has appeared.
Oh fuck! Johnny P, come on and talk to us. Will he come talk to us?
Yeah, get on the podcast sometime, Johnny. Quit ducking.
Yeah, come talk to us. Come ask this guy some
We
questions.
love you. We fucking love you, dude. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there, Frenchie. Sorry.
We're
about
getting
that.
excited over here.
Yeah,
We're
we just
excited.
marked the fuck out right there. That's my
So
bad.
the fucking the retirement tour or whatever that the clowns were talking about, is that going to be a world tour? I haven't really paid attention to that shit.
Yeah,
From what I
it's supposed to be from all around, and even during the COVID time, they were supposed to show up in France and
I remember
Europe
that.
to yeah with Dog God, and they canceled the tour, and I had a lot of French homies who were like, yeah, you introduced me to ICP, and we plan on going to see them on this date, and we were all fucking sad when it went bad, you know.
COVID. Yeah, because that fucked a lot of things up. I feel like it separated the Juggalo community a little bit, and even though everyone's like fuck it, it made our country super weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it did.
Oh
There.
man,
Shit was
it's a worldwide
weird.
thing, you know. It's the same in France, you know. A lot of events been shut down. Now you got the cops like telling you to go home when it's nighttime. A lot of place been closed. A lot of man, it's been waxy ever since
they're
then.
still
You know?
telling you guys to go home when it's night.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Still
they don't want
enforcing
to
that
gather
curfew.
outside and to party like we used to before that. You know, it's more easy to control people since the COVID.
Yes. Now, is there anything they got to do like music festivals and shit over there? I'm guessing,
Shout
right?
out
They
Camp
do.
Yeah,
Wake and Bake. I see you.
Yeah,
yeah.
Camp
Like
Wake and Bake. Yeah.
the most famous one is the Hellfest, where you got all the fucking famous metal band and shit, and it's a worldwide music festival, metal music festival that's in France.
All right. And how many
But yeah,
people is that
we got a
draw?
lot of music festival.
How
What?
many people is that like an overnight camping thing, or is that just like a
Yeah,
one
it's
night?
like a week.
Like
No,
a
it's
block
more like
party
a
type
week.
thing.
And yeah, it's at the same place, like their own place. So you got a whole like metalhead Disneyland, you know.
Yeah. How many people's that draw? What do you think that brings
Oh
in?
man, I was talking about it like not too long ago because we were comparing the gathering to this festival, and I was saying that it wasn't the same. Like I was talking about the fact that they used to lose money during the gathering, and my homie didn't get why. So we do quick math about the price of the ticket and the crowd, and the Hellfest is like. Man, I don't know. I can't Google it because it's gonna take me out of the live. But if you Google like Hellfest population, you're gonna
I'll
see
look it
crazy
up.
numbers.
I'll look it up. Hellfest population.
Well,
Yeah,
or attendance, the whatever.
yeah.
That would be.
yeah, attendance. Yeah.
So
Yeah, see, we need an engineer here. Where's our
when
I
you
got
come
you.
over,
I was sharing it quick. That's my bad. Hellfest.
when you come over here, do you have to like switch your money out beforehand, or do you do it when you get here?
No, I switch my money. That's why I try to gather as much as cash as I can. So I go to the change place. I don't know how it's called,
the
and
Right,
exchange
right.
rate?
I just switch it.
Cool.
Hell yeah. You make pretty good dough over there. Oh, look at that. Those are big fucking numbers right there. Let's see, let's say 240,000 in
Yeah,
23.
it's crazy, man.
Yeah. From
A lot like they blew up.
60,000. Damn, what changed?
7-day festival. Holy shit. They got us.
Nuts, dude.
They got us on the days.
Yeah.
And their name's cooler too.
Oh, but no.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean,
We have the
I
word
wish they try to
juggalo.
book ICP one day, to spread the music to new ears.
Yeah, and I've been to a bunch of gatherings. I always say that like the gathering is like the same 4,000 people when they switch out a couple, there's a couple thousand noobs, couple thousand, second, third timers, whatever. You start talking about 240,000 people. That's a
Those are
lot.
numbers.
Were
Those
they
are numbers.
prepared for that big of a jump?
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a big machine.
All
The
right.
Hellfest is
Yeah.
fucking.
I was like, what was
It's
Woodstock?
expensive as fuck too.
Right. It's expensive to throw a party like that and shit for sure. And that's one thing I give them. Rob props on them with the gathering and stuff. Keeping it on budget, keep coming up with fresh ideas. You know what I mean? You're trying to balance what you can afford versus what people like versus what people hate too, because you're sometimes you're like, well, I don't know if anybody likes these people, but they don't fucking hate them, so we'll get them on. We'll bring in fucking Zach Poncho because people don't fucking.
That's how we got Rehab at Super Gathering.
That's how we got Rehab. Yeah. Well, they don't hate them, fuck it.
Sancho, c'est toi ou pas là dans le chat là? I think I got my homie Sancho in the chat right now. I don't know if it's my French homie, but he's an OG French Juggalo.
Blaze, your French homie.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. OG French Juggalos up in it. And that's like I said, so out there or whatever, of course you're not getting like the ICP concerts and that whatever. But there's got to be like some kind of an underground music scene there, right? You got is it underground rap scene?
Is there a lot of metal?
Well, I don't know. We got a lot of different kind of artists because I don't know if you knew, but France is the second country when it came to rap music. So we got a lot of rap artists from the underground and shit. So sometimes I don't fuck with it because it's too new to me, like
We got
full
a
auto tune and
couple French
shit.
juggalos up in here, man. French Juggalo.
Yeah, I like it. I like
Much
French
love.
Juggalo. We got
Somebody's
like
come up
three
in
French
here. Fuck
Juggalos
yeah,
up in
man.
here,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
You're famous, bruh.
Let me tell you,
No, that's
Frenchie.
my only Sancho. Sancho is the
reason-
one,
French rap.
the French
I will
Juggalo
say,
that went with me in 2022. He went with me at the gathering.
Oh shit, you brought your homie with you.
Yeah, Sancho, and he been in the Juggalo shit since like the 19, and he used to have a radio about it, and man, he's
You were like, you
fucking
gotta go.
one
You
of the
wanted to go.
last
You're
fucking
like, you're
Juggalo in
going,
France.
motherfucker.
It
You drag him along
was
with
fucking
you.
great to have him with me.
Yeah, you're coming with me, motherfucker. And fucking Johnny P says French rap slaps. I don't know if I'm up on it. Where I'm gonna have to. There's probably this whole shit I got to dive into.
Columbine? Have you ever heard of Columbine? Columbine?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like everyone.
Kashi or whatever. Kashay. I don't know. I don't know if you here. Hold on. I'll put my shit full screen. You'll see it. Hold up. Oh god, it's not focusing.
Nope.
Nope, it's not focusing.
I
You
can
can't.
see.
Oh, there we go. Oh. Keshe. Yeah, fucking whatever. Gonna be.
I don't see what it is.
We're taking over. When the world goes to shit, we're gonna be all right. We got this.
Guy gonna helicopter his baguette or what, dude?
Yeah. So
Are you gonna helicopter that
juggalo
baguette?
what kind of juggalo
Baguette.
ink you got, Frenchie? Like what kind of juggalo tats you got? Because I see you're all tatted up and shit. But like what kind of hats you bands, what kind of jammies you got?
I got my first Juggalo tattoos was the fucking wait.
Oh, here it goes.
The hatchet men that I did here, like my hatchet men were the first Juggalo tattoo I had,
Yeah.
and then I did. Fuck, wait.
Don't whip out
I
the
did
baguette now, chill.
the Jekyll brothers too,
Yep.
and
That's hot.
and I did my hand tattoo and the Dark Lotus tattoo
Yeah.
and fucking my wrist.
My man's
Then
just dedicated.
my Juggalo Rider tattoo.
Show your
And
baguette
I think that's it.
Mm.
and then goof the baguette.
And but I always see you posting pictures over there and shit like with you know, you always got the fucking button ups on or whatever, with just the top button. You know, it almost looks like you know, more of a
Cholo.
fucking,
Like a cholo.
Yeah,
yeah,
Cholo.
say, you know, yeah.
I wish
one
you could
thing-
get away with doing that.
Yeah, we got a love for the cholo and the lowrider culture. So I kind of mix it up with the juggalo culture to have my own shit. And I know a lot of homies in the USA that love the same. So we kind of clicked up together, you know.
Shit.
And we plan on doing the Juggalo Rider camp at the next gathering with some homies from California and other place in Colorado and shit. So we'll see how it goes.
That's the best
yeah.
way to do it, I think, is to have a mixed camp. Like my camp, we got people from all over. We got like Texas,
Yeah, yeah.
fucking
As
Colorado,
long as we fuck with the people,
Ohio,
everyone can be.
Florida.
Yeah, you know, it's
Hey,
tough.
Vato.
Because, you know, yeah, you know, well, it's hard to live with people. You know, there's got to be a lot of respect there. You know what I mean? There's got to be a lot of thoughtfulness. Everybody's got to want to do that. And everybody's got to want to be on the same page. You got to want to make it happen in order to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it is. You know, the gathering. You know, the people come together. That's one thing I've noticed. You know, even like Pancho say, you know, people from all over say, hey, you know, we're going to come together. And even if we're not, you know, camping together, we want to be close in vicinity. You were my neighbor last year, so I want you to be my neighbor again this year type shit.
And that happens like almost every time. Like, from what I've seen, I'm not nearly as seasoned as fucking the next guy, really, but you know, I've seen it time and time again, and for years before going to the gathering. Like, oh, how do you know this guy? It's like how do you know this guy that lives in fucking Arkansas? Like, oh, dude, gathering 7 years ago. I'm like, fucking what? Yeah, like
he was dying, and I gave him a water. He owes me a life debt.
No shit. One of
It's
my
funny
favorites
because
is
like
yeah, go for it, bud.
I don't know. I was saying it's funny because the before I show up for the first time, my French homies were like, "Why you keep losing your time talking with people you never gonna meet and shit?" Like, you know, because I was talking with a lot of Juggalo online, and they were like, "Bro,
You're having
why,
fun
you
with
know?"
it, though, man. Juggalos are funny.
Yeah. And when I show up and I met everyone, they were like, "Okay, I get it now."
I get it.
They're like, oh
Even,
shit,
I'll give you
I
an
was
example.
wrong.
You know, Johnny,
kind of.
I'd seen his shit online, and that was it. I'm like, oh my god, like this fucking guy, he's a down ass juggalo, and he's funny as fuck. Like, I'm like, I gotta fucking kick it with this dude. Like, he's fucking doing some dumb shit, and I am about that life.
Yo, shout out Camp Diamond. What's up?
You got Cam Diamond up in here. What up?
Oh fuck yeah!
Look.
What are we doing? An unboxing? Whoa! Who's that from?
Shit.
Zug, baby, Zug time. Zug it up. Zug me, daddy.
Yeah, who's that from?
Did anybody watch the Zug Island interview that I did?
Nah, dude.
No. All right.
I mean, I can't speak for everyone. I'm just talking about. That was like
Well,
very.
We're gonna leave it
Gunner.
at that. We're gonna just leave it at that.
It's good though. We should talk about it more.
I'm just saying, there's a reason that video is private.
That's old school. Hey, right there, you see that hatchet gear? My man's just popped up. Hatchet gear ain't been a thing since somebody probably knows that number, not me. Somebody does.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah,
that is
we
a
can
fucking
make-
fresh
can't
ass
time it.
fucking hoodie, man. I like that shit a lot.
Fuck
Yeah, that's dope.
Anything with
Yeah,
that.
I just found it like a random French guy was selling this online on a kind of a twist online store, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like,
So how much does it
how you
cost
get that?
for
You
you
know?"
to order something online, like a jersey online? If you want to get something from America, how much is the extra upcharge for
Man,
overseas?
it's too fucking expensive. Like, I got to pay for the delivery, and sometimes we got the tax from the frontier. So now I don't even bother try to order online, or I just order it and ship it to a homie in the US and wait until I go back to pick it up. You know?
So you
Yeah,
probably
but-
got some stuff waiting for you right there. Then
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
look at this guy. He's fucking flexing right now.
Oh,
Look at this guy fucking
that's
flexing.
cute. Did they sell that one at the merch booth?
Oh, my mom,
Yeah,
my mom knitted it for me.
That's more believable. That's
It's
right.
a booty. It's a booty, booty,
Oh,
booty.
yeah. Flash. Yeah. Oh, the good old family era. And you know, that's the thing is like, you know, they ICP, I'm sure when they started doing this, you know, they weren't thinking about like, oh, you know what I mean? We're going to affect somebody's life in another country someday. You know, we're going to be affecting people in other countries someday. And even just, you know, the stuff that they have put together or whatever, you know, you don't know why you went down that rabbit hole and got more into it and decided to learn more about it. It was the Carnival. Cause you know, I do that all the time with shit. I'll hear about
to you.
something. Yeah. And I'll hear about something and I'll listen. Oh, okay. Well, this guy was from this band. Let me go listen to this, whatever. Okay. You know, and go down that rabbit hole. It doesn't always grab me. I'm not always like, oh, wait, I like this. I need to know about this. I want to meet people who are fans of this, that appreciate this for what it is as much as I appreciate this, you know, because it's hard to find that where we're like, you know, hey, do you like Taylor Swift? Well, yeah, I like Taylor Swift. Oh, do we like Taylor Swift the same amount? Like, I don't know. It's hard to tell. But I'm like, oh, I'm a fucking juggalo. Fucking love ICP. Like, I'm a juggalo. I love ICP. I know that we have that same love, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's kind of what I expect from people that claim to be juggalos in France and in Europe or in the world in general. Because I mean, some people claim to be this or
Whoa.
that, but when it comes to representing, they,
Oh shit!
you know,
Whoa, hold up. We got our
Whoa.
motherfucking first super chat ever up in the motherfucking Underground Pulse podcast. Shout out to David, yo.
Man, you
Call
you're
Dude
choosing
Mom.
violence.
Yeah.
You're choosing violence with that one, buddy. You're choosing violence with that, man. You're playing with fire.
I thought we were letting that go. We're not
I'm coming
letting
in
it go.
hot. I'm known for making entrances, so I don't know who knows this and who doesn't, but there was some guy on one of the fucking gathering pages that said I posted something. It was funny. It was Mike Tyson doing on main stage doing ABK covers, right? Hilarious. I thought a lot of people agreed. Fucking funny. And that's it. And this guy's like, you're a fucking R word and this and that. And like, he's like, you need to go die. And just like, he's like,
He did. He
going
wished death
off.
on you.
what
I
the
thought
fuck, man?
going off. I'm just like, huh. So I just took a quick look at his profile, right? And he's like hugging his mom and all of his pictures and all that. And like, he's
And
got
you're
all
like, yeah, that's your mom on the phone, you know.
So I just
Cover it.
Googled her name and her fucking, yo, what up, Boogie? Shout out, can't buy my weed. So anyway, I posted his mom's address in the chat, and he's like, "Calm down, there, buddy." And I'm like, "No." So, I also posted her number.
If anybody wants to give her a call,
if anybody wants to give her a call, I'm just being
We
petty
should
and
ask.
stupid, but
You got the mom's number? You didn't
of
get
course
it
I
here.
do. Of course I do.
Maybe we could have Frenchie give her a call and just say, like, hey, why you got your son out here wishing death on juggalos and shit?
Yeah.
What's up?
We're coming from France, dude.
Yeah, why didn't what happened to you? Where's his father?
Right. We need to get to the root cause of this because that's unacceptable in today's culture. Juggalos are on top, dude. We're cool now.
Yo, but for real, thank you so fucking much, David, for like your dude. That made me smile a little bit inside, man.
I don't know what's the chat thing. Should we call the dude's mom? Her name's
We're not
Carol.
gonna do it live on
down.
stream here. You're tripping.
What will
Not
Gunner
here.
do for $2? We got to call that dude's mom to get the $1.99.
Yeah. Frenchie can do it.
I'm
Collect.
down.
He paid for it.
I mean,
It's gonna be
I
long
don't know if I
distance,
can make a phone
overseas
call
phone
and
call.
stay in live at the same time, but if I
He's on
can,
his
I'm
phone.
down.
Yeah, we need to get this guy. We need a computer-ish, right? Because it'll kick him off if he tries to make a phone call. Damn it.
Dude, we're not doing that.
Why not,
You
man?
can't do that. Come on, Gunner.
I think I can.
You gotta do
I
this.
think I can go on the live on my computer, but you're gonna
Homeboy
lose the
there?
video. But I can make the phone call.
Yeah. And I'm sure she's a real nice lady. She's in the middle of nowhere, Illinois, and she's going to be excited to hear a French accent,
I think
She probably doesn't get much of that.
I think it'll work out in
maybe.
your favor, buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy is waiting for a French stepdad. I don't know.
All right. All right. I'm going to message you the number. I don't want to put it out for the
No,
world
that's
again.
doxing. Do not put it anywhere.
I'm not doing that.
Here.
I'm not
Don't
doing
do
that.
that.
I don't even know what doxing means. I think that's when two guys put their willies together, right?
That's
No,
what
you're
I
not sending him a number at all. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no
That's called
number
sneaking.
showing up anywhere. So
Okay.
Heard.
So this is So as the minutes tick down.
I blame David.
poor mom.
So you're planning on going to the Gathering of Legends, I'm guessing, right? Like you already got the wheels fucking going with that, setting up airfare and fucking where you're staying, who you're camping with. You talking to Jump
Yeah.
Steady about getting a party?
Oh shit.
Fucking yo. Oh,
We got a little derailed, folks. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm really trying to keep it like gathering because I like to gather and that's what I talk about all the time. That's what
I'm like shrieking. in
Yeah, but
my
what's
chair
like one
right
of the
now
most
because I
popular
kinda
things
have
people
to
say at
do
the
this.
gathering, dude?
Yeah, call your mom. That's what they say.
My
That's what
mom's
they-
watching. I can't call her. Then we'll have an echo.
My mom's dead.
Well, she's watching too.
Whoop,
hell.
whoop.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah, whoop, whoop. Come on, you
What a
guys are
dick.
such a fucking downer. Yeah, you guys are down. Fucking edit that. I'm gonna have to edit that shit out when I fucking
Yeah,
go
don't
through
ever say that again, please.
highlights. This is what I want to know, Frenchie. Are you talking to Jump Steady about having a fucking gathering party? Are you talking about
No.
getting the guys together? No, because I've heard a lot of people talking about that, about just it's the Gathering of Legends and like
shit.
me, I want to have a stage out in front of my campsite so juggalos could just come up and rap whenever they want, just come up and freestyle and fucking do whatever. Because there's a lot of people that they do stuff like that, but they don't just let anybody get on. You know what I mean? There's not anybody could just go up and speak their mind. Even do like, I don't know, just a loud megaphone or stereo setup type thing. But
Are you
what
gathering keys?
what are you planning? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, what are you planning? What's your gathering plans? Right? You start talking about it. That's how you set it up. You start talking about it.
They did give us a lot of extra time this year.
Right. We got a lot of time. And even DCG Con in between. So you get to meet up with some people and see, well, probably not Frenchie. You're gonna come over for DCG Con?
No,
You guys-
sadly, like I try to save the much money I can to the gathering, and it's like the next year I'm going to the gathering, then I go back in France, then a month later I fly back to LA with my homies, so I need to save even more money.
Oh, so you're going
I wish I could go back to LA weekend.
back to France, then back to LA again a couple months later.
Yeah, like I go to the gathering in it's August, I think. Then I go in LA in October.
All right. What's the LA trip about? That's just getting together with some homies or something?
With my crew. They go for the first time in the USA, and we go in Las Vegas for a big lowrider event. And at the same time, I'm gonna introduce them to all my Juggalo homies over there and some artists that I
Yeah.
know. I'm gonna try to make a call to X or maybe Ouija and shit about it.
Yeah, Ouija Mac is from Vegas, isn't he? Isn't that where Ouija's
Yeah.
from?
But
Yes.
I think right now he's staying in LA right now. I'm gonna try to make him a phone call when I'm around if he's not busy, and we'll see what's popping. Same with X.
I think,
I've been
I
in
think
touch with
Frankie
them.
Goldie might be a guy that's in Vegas. I see he's been doing a lot of stuff with Acetone and stuff like that. I don't know if you know Frankie Goldie. He thinks Darby's a piece of
By
shit.
name, yeah.
And they have lowrider shows, right? That's what I'm talking. Yeah, that's something different. So that's a thing you guys are into there in France or whatever
Yeah,
you guys
but in Colorado, in Denver, they have a fucking Juggalo rider club called Just Casual, and it's all Juggalos driving and building crazy lowriders. So shout out to fucking Just Casual rider in Denver. Like they take
yeah,
care of me when I was around. My homie Will and shit. He make me a fucking uh, show. Man, take care of me, show me fucking crazy cars, make me into his lowrider car and shit. Was fucking nice.
yeah. Johnny P says hit up Hex for the lowrider shit. Hex is all about that too. If we had a good engineer and
Oh, yeah?
somebody doing that.
Yeah,
Oh,
AXC.
what are you talking about?
Nothing.
X, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, because there's like you said, there's a juggalo scene in that, and that's something, you're being in France, Zach's and me, we're all over, and that's the thing is, we're anywhere. We could be doing anything, could be anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
The juggalos are out there, and they, when you're holding yourself to the juggalo standard of like, we're going to be seeing these people. And that's what I mean. It's like it's the same 4,000 people been camping together for 20 years. It's it's a family thing. You get into it, and you don't want to be. You're holding yourself accountable. You don't want to be out there doing shitty shit because you want to be able to walk around these people. You want these people to love you. They're all your people. And the old heads know what the fuck I'm talking about. Same 4,000 fucks every time. And Justin Mid, honky Kong up in it. Mad love, big homies. Love it.
Hey, I just wanted to fucking apologize while I had a second here to Gunner for fucking being an asshole and crossing the line there.
I appreciate that, dude. No,
I just want to let that be known. I wasn't thinking. I thought you were fucking around. Anyway, moving on.
I appreciate you reaching out and apologizing. Thank you.
Yeah, we're good.
You guys were so nice. Touch tips.
Whoa.
Show us your dick, Frenchie. Okay.
Yeah, show us that baguette.
I'll just grab a beer.
Hey, look at the Twizzler he's got hanging up in the corner up over there. You see it? It looks like is that Paul?
I don't know. I got both of them from different place in my. Wait, let me show you.
Yeah, those are cool. I feel like not a lot of jugs got those. Well, first of all, because it's twisted. But
What's this? Is this a French household we have here?
yes, I like
Yeah,
this. We're doing.
So is it true the toilet water spins differently?
Oh, look,
I heard
there's-
that
I
too.
don't know.
there's Jamie.
Don't show
Go.
us your toilet, but
I was gonna say.
don't show us your toilet. We don't want to see the toilet.
This is all we got to do.
Let
Yeah,
me check. Oh yeah, maybe.
Does
Sounds
it go
backward.
this way? Which way is
Now
it?
it goes like.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
coming
this
right
is the
down
only
middle.
content. This is the kind of content you get on the Underground Pulse podcast. You get French toilets.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Can't buy my
I
weed,
fucking love
fuck man. I love them.
Yo, can't buy my weed, dude. They've been doing it forever. Well, not forever, but fucking forever. Consistent quality, dude. Fucking like the best shit at the gathering, hands down. I don't give a
And
fuck
I'm
what
sure
anyone
they're reasonable
Not at all.
in comparison.
No, I can't say I haven't. I haven't been the last 2 years, so I haven't had any of that new fucking branded shit the artists are pushing. But
you haven't been to the gathering in 2 years?
I've never been to the gathering. Never mind.
What are you even doing here, dude? Do you even juggle, bro?
What the?
I didn't know that. I thought you weren't there last year. I thought you went the year before. Oh God, you suck, dude.
Everybody,
are you going this year?
Throw tomatoes at this guy.
Yeah. Of course, I'm going.
Throw tomatoes at this guy when you see him.
Yeah. No, my wife had 3 babies, man. Got to do that, and I'm not bringing them with me.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Just use condom, man.
But we got it worked out. We'll be there next year. Don't you worry. Me and my butt cheek tattoo.
Somebody said, "What the fuck did I stumble upon? A bunch of juggalos, homie."
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what we're doing. We're doing jug shit. We're doing French cribs.
You know, this dude's from France over here. Yeah.
And that's what they You got the posters.
So
that's got to be a pain in the ass too. Getting any kind of merch, you know.
Yeah, I think I had most of them when I was in New York through the homie James, and he wasn't hanging out anymore, so he just sold them to me. And I got 2 other online on the Psychopathic Museum, I think, and that's it. But I got a lot of Juggalo shit all around my place.
What's your favorite Joker card, man?
I got like the bizarre. I miss a few of them.
I gotta ask you the generic question. What's your favorite Joker card, bro?
And you tell me.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yo, me too, actually. Same here, bro.
Yeah.
Show the baguette. Show the baguette. People want to see the baguette.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my mom is in the chat right now, so I don't want her to.
Yeah. We don't want to.
If we were on like Kick or Rumble, maybe you'd be able to get away with it, but we're not.
You got a baguette or a croissant? SwiL Sis wants to know.
It depends if it's cold or if it's hot. Yeah.
So, what's the weather like over there? Do you get the seasons? Do you see some snow and shit, or what? What's the weather?
In my area, like in pretty much all of the south of France, it's hot as fuck. So the last time we had snow was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. But right now it's pretty cold because we got the beach near. So we got the wine from the beach. It was pretty cold, but it's pretty sunny and warm. That's why it's funny because when I went to the gathering, I was walking all around to see the homies, and everyone stayed at their camp, and they were like, "It's fucking hot and shit." And I was just walking around, and people were like, "You're not hot," and like I'm used to it, you know. So to me, it was all right, you know.
Juicy Jiggler.
Nah, man, it's Nips, bro. Stop.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Whoop, what up, Nip?
Get to pick your own name. That's how this works.
Joe C, dude, I thought you were dead.
All right. What up? How you doing, bro?
Hey, look, and David, my man's over here. Look, what was it like being on stage with Ouija in 22? Let's talk about that shit. Yeah, we skipped past that. You should add that in your notes, Gunner. Fuck.
Well, it was cool because I spent a lot of the shows from this year's in backstage or watching the show from the back. And so I was just chilling over there, and I decided to walk by the stage with my flag to make a quick shout out to Frenchie and shit. And Ouija saw me, and he was like, come here. And I just show up, did my thing, and went back. So it was fucking great, you know, because I didn't know what to do. I had to deal with the instant, you know, with the moment.
Hell yeah. You're just rolling with it. I got anxiety. I would have pulled my pants down in front of a crowd.
It was great. And Ouija been very, I don't know what to say, but very friendly with me. And he gave me his phone number in case I had any trouble with anything. I think SwiL, I told you about, he wanted ICP to to clicked up with the French rapper for when they were supposed to go on tour. The band is called Stupeflip, and it's a French band that Luigi really liked at the time because I don't know if you're new, but he used to date a French girl. Uh,
Tell us
and
more.
Yeah, so when he met her, he was a lot into this band, and so he asked me to get in touch with them to ask them if they were down to do the tour with ICP. So I had the guy on the phone, and he told me that they weren't touring anymore, but he was down to do music with ICP. So I sent
Right.
the message to Ouija. Ouija sent it to ICP. ICP didn't give any fuck, but Ouija was down to do music with the guy. So I told the guy, my homie Ouija is down. And he was like, okay, I got several shit to do, but I'm down too. So right now it's all between their hands. And I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but if it does, I can
Sure
say
would
that
be
I did
cool
my
if it
part, you know?
did. Yes, absolutely. Because you never know, what tune is going to, put you on the map or go viral or do whatever. And of course, I don't know how big those guys are over there.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
They're pretty big over there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that ICP didn't wanted to do a song with the guy because he's very talented, and it could have bring them a lot of new French listeners, you know. Because for real, he used to be one of the main guy from the underground mainstream part music,
Okay.
and I sent some of his songs to several Juggalo homies, and they were all fucking with it because it's very
Yeah.
Juggalo lookable, you know, it's fucking great, you
Juggalo
know.
adjacent. There's that word
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
hear
it.
their links in the comments.
I listen to some dope French rappers, but I don't know what the fuck they're saying. So like I could be like bumping down the street to a song that's like I like
Yeah,
licking
that's
dirty,
cool.
sweaty asshole, and I'm just like, yeah, hell
I
yeah.
mean that's the
Bro,
good part because
I do that in
back
English.
in the day, like at first I didn't speak any English either. I was a fucking mess in English at school. I was bad, you know. And when I've been introduced to ICP, I wanted to learn about what they were talking about. So at first, I had my big brother translating lyrics for me, and more and more, I try to learn it by myself. So yeah, I mean, it's so cool when I have homie from the USA that fuck with French music because it's all about the feeling you get when you're listening. You know?
See, I'm French Canadian. You want to hear some broken ass French? Je suis
Yeah,
mon
yeah, yeah,
soeur
yeah. Go for
coquette.
it.
Say
Je
it again.
suis mon
What?
soeur coquette. Wait, fuck. Je suis mon
No,
soeur
no, you
coquette,
guys.
s'il vous plaît. Et tout ça.
S'il vous plaît, what?
Fucking just and you
Finger.
would be etuto, right?
I get the I am Jesse
going on?
Pocket. Please, and I don't get what you said after that, but it was great.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope to have French, Canadian, and shit.
How do you say where's the weed at in French though?
Will I weed?
Mm,
Will I weed?
Wheeler
And,
weed at.
will I weed it? Will I
Does it
weed
weed?
it?
I
Will
got
I weed it?
this kind of shit.
Will I weed it?
Oh yeah, let's see what
Will I
kind of
weed
French
it?
shit you got.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
that?
how's the French weed?
What's a French weed?
It's. I feel like
That's all you know. It's just weed, right?
the average French weed is kind of stronger than the average US weed because in France they put tobacco with it. So they put small amounts of weed with tobacco. So they need it to be stronger. But in the
I fucking
USA,
love France.
in the USA they want it to taste good and to get you a good highness, you know. So it's not the same.
Not the same. Huh?
Yeah, we don't put
Joke's
tobacco.
on you. I already spliffed my weed. Yeah.
That's great though.
Hey, what's considered like some cheap or trashy food in France? Because it's like they always give this fucking view of the fanciest foods, baguettes and cheeses and fucking pastas.
I don't. But I mean, pastas are fucking cheap as fuck. You got 1 kilo for like €1. It's
Yeah, you're
pretty
buying
much what
kilos of
people eat when they
pasta.
broke.
So food
So
isn't hard to come by. It's pretty. Is there a lot of homeless people out in France?
yeah, it's getting more and more bad,
Yeah.
especially in the big cities like Paris, where you got crack coming up, fentanyl and shit. In my city, it's getting to be a bit better too, but it's still pretty okay. But it's more like drug violence. Like we got several gangs that start to do crazy shit on the street.
Right.
So
I'm guessing. Yeah, bring your cake to the wall, fam. I don't know if you guys know that.
Are we talking about like gangbanger type gangs, or like fucking all snapping their fingers at you in unison type gangs?
That's right.
no, like I think I talked about it with SwiL, but in French, the minority community is Arabian. So the it's like the French, the Mexican for California are Arabian in France. Kind of. Like I
Right.
live in a
Yeah,
Arabian
they're
neighborhood.
mixed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Still a little
so it's all
animosity
about
there.
like gypsies and Arabian.
Middle
And
Eastern Chicano.
yeah.
Yeah, well, and they were having a thing here in the U.S. with the Venezuelan gangs in Colorado kicking in people's doors to their apartments, taking over
Yeah, I
home
heard about it.
and shit. And I mean, I'm not in Colorado, so I don't know, how real any of that is. But I mean, it fucking sounds pretty real. They're reporting it on the news and stuff.
It was real.
We got fucking I live in Maine, dude. There's barely people here. There ain't no fucking gangs here. But we got reports, I guess, of MS-13, like with the face tats, neck tats, and all that shit. I guess they've been hiding out in these little fucking weird, like, these mountain towns that we got out here, like out in the middle of nowhere. And we do have a bunch of Chinese people that came over here and they're growing weed because like weed's like all legal and shit here. So they're growing it here legally and then they're shipping it back over, but they're using all the fucking pesticides and all the shit that they can use to make it fucking like grow good.
Whatever they
like,
do.
You know what I mean? Like it's not good. So that shit's been all over the news lately, and that's just so fucking weird.
Joshua was asking.
I heard about
Yeah, were you guys a gang in France?
Like
Probably
the Juggalos
not.
in general?
Juggalos, yeah.
That was like an FBI
I
thing.
mean,
Yeah, that
nah,
was
Juggalos barely exist in France, so the cops don't give a fuck. People on the street don't give a fuck, They start giving a fuck in my city because I've been putting in work for the Juggalo culture and spreading the shit everywhere I can. So people, but it's funny because some people think that the hatchet mine is my logo, and then later they
Tell them it is, man. It's not
Yeah,
wrong.
just go with it.
You got
what you're saying is you're working on getting Juggalos labeled as a gang in France.
that's what they're getting.
He's like, I'm on it, dude. I'm on it. Give me a minute.
I mean, I saw some crazy shit when I was in the USA that was, I mean, we were all together doing some crazy shit, and then everyone look at each other and they're like, are we a gang? Because look like we're a gang, But it's the street lifestyle,
I gotta hop off here, but thank you for having me.
Oh, Poncho.
I know I gotta do dad shit, Maybe I'll pop on later. I'll pop on next time. Hit me up. We'll schedule something.
All right,
I want to do something controversial next time.
Oh,
yeah. Like
that's my kind of party.
All right, midnight Nyami it is. All right, peace out, brother.
Oh man,
your balls off.
All right, whoop, yo. Thank you.
Whoop, on show.
Whoop whoop. Dope.
Yeah. So when it comes to you said you brought your homeboy last year. You brought your friend. Is he like? He's like, oh, I'm going with you again this year, right? We're doing that again.
Yeah, like as soon as I had the information for the new gathering, I sent it to him, and I told him, yeah, we got plenty of time to be prepared, so let's go. And he was down. Maybe he's still with us right now, Sancho. He said, yeah, I need to do some extra shit to get the good amount of money, but he's down to show up again, and I try to motivate some other French Juggalo to show up, but sadly they were like using the same excuse as low key. I start being mad at some French Juggalos because I mean it's like every year they know it's gonna happen. It's pretty much around the same moment, same place for 3-4 years, and they always use the same fucking excuse. Like, what is your excuse right now? Even if it takes you 5 years to save money, just save for 5 years and show up.
Right. With
That's an excuse over here though too, man. You know what I mean? It's not just over there. Everybody's always making that excuse. Oh, I can't gather because of this. Oh, I can't gather because of that. When in all reality, dude, if you missed last year's gathering, save $20 every week. You're gonna make it happen. You're gonna be able to gather, dude. It's not gonna be like comfortable ballas or anything like that. But like,
every time it gets up to $100, you find a reason.
I feel like a lot of people that I see,
I told them
I only saved like enough for a ticket. It's like, well, yeah, now you save that money for the ticket and then save up for next year, so you got food money, all the other shit, gas.
Mm-hmm. Well, who needs food when you get free drugs, right? Boop, boop.
Yeah. What am I talking about? Water and drugs.
Free water, free drugs.
Like, I think it was 2022. I had the money to show up, but I didn't add the money for the ticket. So I've been chased by the security for a little bit, but I make my way in.
Yeah, you come this far, ain't turning around now. See, that was the beauty of Cave and Rock, because it was way out in the middle of nowhere, and it was almost like the security guys knew, like, well, there's nowhere else for them to go. Like, we'll turn them away and they can go, try to get their ticket thing. But like, eventually they just got to let you in because there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You made it that far. You're not going to just go back and say, no, you're there.
By the second day, security don't give a fuck either.
Yeah.
Like,
so is Jan R, is that your dude? Is that your
I'm not sure if I know him. I think he's one of the OGs that Sancho told me about. But man, Yann, I'm gonna speak in French, but Yann, si t'arrives à économiser de la thune pour venir, tu me dis, moi j'ai toujours le même gars avec qui j'y vais, donc en fait ça veut dire que on est hébergé, on nous amène là-bas. Même si t'as pas les thunes pour le gathering, pour le ticket, on te fait rentrer. Et puis en vrai, t'auras juste le billet d'avion à payer pratiquement et ça va pas te coûter hyper cher. It was the French moment.
He's giving code for them to fuck us up at the gathering next year.
They're drawing dicks on our face.
Exactly.
They're screenshotting us and drawing dicks on our face right now.
Yeah. It's like, you see these guys that are interviewing me at the gathering next year? You see,
you don't need to draw a dick on my face because.
Yeah.
Well, I've already drawn a dick on your face before.
Yeah, so, I already put my dick on your face.
I was going to get one tatted. Yes.
Yeah.
Now he's typing in fucking French. Oh, this is fucked up. Where's my Google Translate? What the fuck does that mean? It's a serial killer in there.
Is insulted. Stale franchement, j'ai café YL.
Yes. That means you want to kiss your hands.
Perfect.
Kind of. It's like that's dope. Honestly, I would love to show up.
That's fucking
said-
dope. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
he said, yeah, look at that. Jan said, I gotta go see it. Because,
Yeah, he's like,
I'll
I
tell you
gotta
what,
go. They figured me out.
this is
See ya.
no, like to the gathering. I was interpreting like, because look, even like coming on here and fucking around with Gunner and fucking around with French, the Poncho, the different juggalos we fuck around with, being on Facebook, reminds me of that gathering vibe of, these are the people that, we do it with. And, we sit down, we talk it out, we determine how the gathering goes. It's our shit, so everybody gets something different out of it. And doing this stuff, reaching out in the modern age of technology, keeping us in touch with the juggalos and stuff. I can see how somebody like Jan would be like, I gotta be a part of that. I want to be in that. I want to, dap these people and be around their energy for a couple of days and just see what that's like, because juggalos are interesting people, we're the outcast of everywhere else. So we are interesting people in ourselves, and the stuff that juggalos got going on is, it's interesting stuff. So yeah, that's why I do all this, is to stay in touch with the people. And, and that way somebody like Jan R that has never been, but has always seen the shit that, it takes a lot of sacrifices. What it comes down to is you got to give up a lot of other things here if this is what you want to do here. So, you want to make sure that sacrifice is worth it. And if you don't know what the gathering's about, you don't know about that, how you go in.
Yeah, but
that's
at
priceless.
the same time, if you don't take any risk in your life, you're just gonna experience things from other eyes. Like one of my homies told me, like the juggalo homie that lived 2 hours away from me. Well, every time I asked him to go to the gathering with me, he told me, "Yeah, you've been there already, and you showed me what it was, so I don't have to go there myself because I know it was all I knew it was gonna be, kind of."
Yes.
So I was like, yes, but that's not the same. Living it through my eyes and the same as show up and vibing with everyone,
And what it comes down to is emotions, right? Emotions and feelings.
Yeah,
and
man.
Being able to tell somebody like, oh yeah, that made me happy. It's like, okay, it made you happy. Well, you can't describe to them that carnival feeling that when you hear them sounds and your goosebumps pop up and you feel the collective energy together there. And you can't describe to somebody what that feeling is, or
no.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't relate.
At the same time, I feel like I got lucky because I grew up in the social media time, so
Yes.
it was logic for me to go online and clicked up with other juggalo online and to talk with them. So it was more easy for me to make contacts and to know people than for the OGs or the people that don't speak English.
Yeah. You're talking this is the 25th gathering. You go back even 15 years. You know what I mean? You're talking. Is that like Facebook was just becoming a thing? That was still like MySpace days, even, right? Maybe a little bit before that, whatever. But right, it wasn't as easy there wasn't all these different gathering groups and even people putting their stuff out there for you to be like, oh, that's cool, I seen your picture, hit off a conversation, whatever. Then you meet them online, and like I said, we are truly blessed as people having this special environment. And I think a lot of times the juggalos don't even realize that. They take that for granted, even because the juggalo fucking time frame is very short. Whatever the collective energy is that's bringing us all together for whatever fucking reason, we don't know it, whatever, but we're blessed to be a part of it. And that's why I try to embrace it as much as possible. But there's a lot of shit in the community too. You know what I mean? But fuck, sometimes I'm a shitty person too. So whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to fucking do it as best we can with everything. And that's the message ICP gave us. And like I said, it's crazy.
Oh, exactly, man. And sometimes I feel like some people claiming to be juggalos never even paid attention to the fucking lyrics, because there's so many things that tell you to be a better person,
the
to
guidelines,
fight
how to
back,
do it.
to everything, and people just stick to the shittiest lyrics and stick to it and be like, yeah, I'm a juggalo because I shit myself when I'm drunk. Yeah, well, cool, but what about the rest?
Yeah. But it's
It's
more
all
than that,
about
right?
wearing a
I mean,
diaper
that's
to the
part of
gathering.
it. But it's more than that, though, right? Yeah,
So
exactly.
I was gonna say, I do have a couple more things that I did want to ask you. I don't want to take you up all day, take all your time, even though I
Don't
would.
worry.
It's almost bedtime over there.
Yeah. It's almost 99
I don't
time.
give a fuck.
The cops tell you go to bed, right? The cops tell you.
No, it's 8 p.m. right now, so I can be. I don't give a fuck.
Not at all.
He's like, I got another half hour. Fuck him.
Well, shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like all my homies know that like tonight I might be busy for all the time it's gonna take.
All right, that's dope.
Bedtime ain't till 9.
Well, then I got to ask you, man, on your Juggalo journey, that includes going to the gathering, meeting all these people and, having such a pretty good presence on social media with what you do. What is a lesson that you've learned in motivation? You know what I mean? It's some motivational speech you can give to somebody out there who's tuning in because you do inspire them, because you do make this juggalo shit happen. You know what I mean? Which isn't easy for some people, granted, overseas. But what's a word of motivation you have to not only people overseas trying to make this juggalo shit happen and get to a gathering or, make a presence happen within the community? What's a motivational speech you got for these homies?
Well, I don't know. It's like I don't know. Let me guess.
Great footage right there. Clip that.
I mean, it's like the same shit I try to say. I try to say to all the French Juggalo. It's like as long as you don't experience it, you don't know what it is. You don't really you. Uh, it's like it's a war fucking feeling. It's fucking when I went there for my first gathering. When I went home, it's all I had in my mind for like the 2 years it took me to go back. And when I finally go back, fuck, I cry every time it's the last song of ICP when I'm on stage with everyone. It's like the best fucking feeling on the world, like to be all around people who get the same feeling, the same emotion as you do, because you know that a lot of people been through the same shit as you went through, or worse, or it's like when you see another juggalo, you don't even have to talk because you know that he know, and it's for me the main goal to every juggalo should be to click up with other juggalo and to support the culture, because one day sadly it's gonna stop and all these fucking people
You
gonna be
bastard, don't
mad
you
and
say
sad.
that.
They all crying about, oh, I never went to the gathering. Bro, it's been fucking 25
Nothing
years
forever.
that the gathering is there, so go. Stop making excuses. Stop buying fucking useless pricey clothes, or stop buying fucking useless
Yeah,
fancy
whatever you're
shit. Like that. Like all this shit is temporary, but the feeling you get at the gathering is forever.
Yes, absolutely. And pin up that Joshua Murphy post. I don't know who that is, but I really like me some Joshua Murphy. Sounds like a bot. Either you scratch the surface and get
real.
it, or he's real.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you don't. No in betweens, and that's why we're special. And that was a great
That's what I say. It's like to me, being a juggalo is the top of being into the culture. It's like you ain't a juggalo if you just like a few songs or if you just enjoy the few shit left and right. Being a juggalo is being into the fucking culture. Like and that's what pissed me off
Right.
sometimes. But it is what it is, you know.
Being part of it, yeah, claiming Juggalo isn't, it's a, is it a religion? It's kind of got some religious undertones to it.
It's a cult.
Is it politics?
I
It's kind of got political beliefs to it, but is it, it's a mindset though. That's what it comes down
exactly.
to.
I got a funny story when it's like way before I went to the gathering. I was in town and I ran into some American girl, and I went and asked them, yeah, do you know about ICP and Juggalos? And they got scared, and they were like, no, you're in a church, right? You know, it's a church. You know, they're crazy. You know, it's dangerous. You know, no, no, no. And I'm like, yeah.
Just a
It's
little
funny because
bit.
every time. Yeah, oh, and one other time I ran into another American guy or girl in France, and I went and asked him about Juggalos and ICP, and he straight up told me, "I don't want to talk about it."
Yeah,
So-
I know there's people here. There's people that like used to be juggalos that aren't juggalos anymore that think that like, oh, that's the devil or that's this or that, and there's
Like
people
Juggalo for Jesus.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Juggalo for Jesus, rep it.
yeah.
Some of that shit go hard, dude. Some of them rap songs go hard, bro.
From Carnival to Kingdom, am I right?
Watching
I'm
somebody
not gonna lie,
else.
some of that shit go hard, dude.
And
Man, I don't know. They're not even Juggalos. You know, they try to take Juggalos away from ICP to turn them into the church. You know. So
yeah,
they're not juggalos. They're not like juggalos who are into religion. They're people that used to be juggalos and that want to take juggalos away from the juggalo lifestyle. So that's what I
Some
don't
of
like
them
about them.
are reform juggalos, no longer.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what is being reformed juggalos? You know, like yeah,
Yeah.
quit drugs, but
I don't
fuck it,
mind
don't do
them.
drugs. You know.
I don't mind them being
Are
at
they
the
actually
gathering,
the
though.
I've met some pretty decent people there. Some of them seem like super duper like you have to believe in Jesus. I like this guy is like, I'll give you a Gatorade if you turn your life over to Christ. I was like,
that's just some
was
funny
like,
shit too, though. They're
sure, I
not.
believe
They're
in
not like
Jesus,
that
yeah.
pushy.
No,
I
it
don't know.
was at the tent. I was like, okay, bro.
This is the thing. Is like now you're crossing boundaries. So when you're trying to bring the, when Violent J says the carnival is God, he doesn't mean your Christian God, your Buddhist God. He
He
means
means
like
God as a concept.
whatever you believe. Whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah,
carnival
exactly.
of like, it's karma. That's really what it is. Is if you want
Yeah,
good
yeah,
things
yeah, yeah.
to give, you have to give to get, and you have to understand that balance because you can't give too much because like you still need to eat, so you can't just give away all your food. And I love that pick, but you have to understand that balance of okay, I'm gonna help a homie out, and hopefully when I need a hand, the homies are going to be there to help me out with stuff. And yeah, man, props Joshua Murphy, the bot, because there's a motherfucker that gets it and understands the message of like, it's just about be good to people, and sometimes you got to be the bad guy. You don't want to be the bad guy. But everybody's going to be somebody's bad guy. But you try not to do too much shitty stuff, and hope that too much shitty stuff doesn't happen back to you. And just go with it. But when you start wanting to bring Jesus into it and shit, now you're definitely going, Christian and like.
It's like, bro, just give me the fucking Gatorade, bro.
Jesus was probably
just up with the Gatorade, bro.
I agree with what people are saying in the chat right now. Like they got a point, It's all about being a decent person and it's all about the feeling and what you get from when people say the carnival provide some shit, take it as a joke and be like, yeah, you a fam kid, shut the fuck up. But at the same time,
it's not though.
Sometimes you are the fucking guy who provide and make people say that the carnival provide, because
You know
we
what?
are all the fucking carnival, and
I
that
am
makes it
the
a
carnival
good thing.
I remember those protesters outside the gathering with the megaphones and shit. Those two ladies out across the road.
Oh yeah. I seen some that was on. I seen something about that. Yeah. There were Bible thumpers. I seen them talking to some juggalos. Somebody posted a video.
You know what the carnival provides? The carnival provides this right here: us chilling as homies, socializing, getting to know each other. That's what the carnival provides. We're here simply because we share being juggalos in common. Every single person for the most part who's been in here, except for our TSN family, even those guys.
Yeah, woo. But even those guys, they're here for a reason. They don't know what it is, and we don't know what it is.
The carnival provided me with TSN love. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and they might go down the rabbit hole and be one of us. We might see some of them at the gathering.
You guys
some of
kind of
that's
agree.
That's
what are you saying? What are you saying, Nips?
I was just going to ask, do you guys kind of agree? I feel like being a juggalo is somewhat similar to how you're describing religion and God as well. Not everybody gets the same thing out of it, but if you got love for the people, and you want to be in it, you're a juggalo.
Yeah. Like
that's what it has to be about. It has to be about you wanting
individuality,
Well, yeah,
that being proud of what you are, what you're rapping, and they're all different kind of people that stick around the same message. That's what I like, because when I go to the gathering, it's like a fucking human zoo where you're gonna meet people from all different way and work and religion and past and they all cooked up together around the same fucking shit,
You'll see like a lawyer in a table. You'll see a homeless guy officiating a wedding. It's great.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's you never know who you're gonna run into. That's at the same time. That's also why we got some fucked up people sometimes that we need to stomp out the fucking scene.
Gatekeeping is real, and we know what's acceptable. The old heads, the people that have been there, the family era people. Like I said, the gathering, it's the same couple thousand people, and it's been aging. You know what I mean? Like it has, and I've noticed the past couple of years, it's getting, it's getting younger again as the children of juggalos are, that heard their parents talk about it when they were younger. And now they want to go and have that same experience. And I feel like
the same.
A lot of juggalos are going to be, this year, I feel like it's going to be a lot of people are coming with their 20-year-old kids and shit.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of people coming in who haven't been there for a very long time. You know what I mean? It's a return of a lot of people who felt like, maybe this year wasn't worth it, or this and that, or life got in the way for some people who gathered in the past. You know what I mean? And them announcing it this early is giving every single motherfucker in the world an opportunity to experience. Let's be real. Is this a possibility?
No, it is.
Is this one of the last gatherings?
Could be. Who really knows when it comes to something like that, and because that thing, and look, right now is if you'd like to donate to Pokey's family, there's a link in the description for that.
Yes.
We want to keep pushing that because, did Sam know that was going to be his last podcast? You know what I mean? So like, you don't know, man. That's part of it too, is like, this small window of gatherings, any of them could have been the last gathering. Last year could be the last gathering. It still hasn't happened yet.
Man. And we almost lost Violent about some health issue and shit. So you never know when one of the two is gonna have a tragic problem of shit, and it's gonna be over. Just like that. So people need to
10 years.
What is here?
Yeah. And that's the thing, is you got to grab it while it's here. It's not gonna, okay, there, like you said, there's been gatherings past, but yeah, it's this could be the last one. The next one could be the last. You got to grab it while it's here.
Yeah.
That feeling is, that's your growth. That feeling that you get, and that's what I mean is I could even understand why, like, sometimes if people are going for 10 years in a row and shit happens with people when you're friends with people, fucking shit happens. And with the Juggalos, usually it involves like somebody fucking somebody else's fucking girlfriend or something. Or whatever. And the Juggalo trying to break them. And you're like, the gathering's just stale. I'm not getting that same message out of it that I was when I went. And that, like you said, that you're not getting that same thing. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. But then something tells you like, oh, maybe I need to go back there. Maybe I need to go back there.
Yeah.
Maybe you go back and you saw like, oh yeah, this sucks. Now I remember why I don't go. And maybe you go back and you're like, why did I miss this for so long? I needed this to make me, do something for me, because it motivates you to do things. You see different people, you see people making different moves, and you're like, wow, that could be a reality. There's so many possible realities out there.
Exactly. I mean, even beside that, it's like we lost so many people through the last the last years. Like it's like when I don't show up for a year, I feel like I could be losing so many occasions to see homies that might die or disappear. So one of the things that keep fucking motivate me to go back is to see all the homies again, because you never know when it's gonna be the last time, and I don't want
Like
to miss
your
any
only
opportunity
opportunity in a
to
year.
see them. Exactly.
Yes, and a lot of the people in the Juggalo community, have their own struggles with it, whether they're struggling with addiction or whatever the shit is. Juggalos in general aren't necessarily known for being the most mentally stable people.
What?
So even though it's got
Wait, what?
we've grown and we've matured as people, we still have our
Absolutely.
issues, the shit that we got to deal with, and the shit you feel from the gathering is almost like, shit like coming on here and talking with you guys. It's a therapy of sorts for me to be able to fucking communicate with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Even if, just dump some of my bullshit on you, you dump some of your bullshit on me. Share our different experiences, talk about the future together, whatever. Gunner, I just seen a thing or whatever. I showed you that thing. If we had an engineer who could pull it up about the homie that fucking committed suicide last night or whatever, and it's terrible shit. Like, we're Juggalos and we're here to do this, and we're all going through shit, but we need these little therapy sessions and little connections.
Who had
with
posted that?
people.
Where did you find that post? Was it in the gathering
It
page?
was on Facebook. Yeah, it's in the gathering page. And I didn't know that homie. I don't think, but that's fucking terribly sad shit that somebody felt that alone, that like there was nobody to tell them like, oh, hey, don't worry, tomorrow ain't going to be this shitty. Like today's shitty. Of course today's shitty. Today's always shitty. You know what I mean? Tomorrow ain't going to be that shitty. And
Was
if it's
was it Daniel?
oh shit, what was the thing? I don't know. Why you put me on the spot like this? You're supposed to be ready for
Well, that's the only one I'm finding when I'm scrolling through.
probably, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But what I'm getting at is like the therapy behind juggling, the juggalism, the being able to be like, oh, I'm in a fucking shitty mood. I'm gonna reach out to my dude in fucking Milwaukee that I know he's always going through shit.
Yeah.
He's struggling, but he helps me with this.
When I start being into the Juggalo community and chatting with different people, it was more easy for me when I had my first mental struggle at the time to speak with the Juggalos than to speak with my homies, because I felt like they were all away from my context or my circle or anything,
They
and
don't
it
know you.
was way more easy for me to vent to them. So my best friend at the time, when he learned about all the shit I've been going through, he was mad because I was talking about it with juggalos and not with him. And I told him it's more complicated to speak about this shit with people that you are on a daily basis around with than with you guys.
Absolutely. And Tony, why not? Whatever, Tony, why not? I'm gonna put you on the spot here, motherfucker, because this is how shit happens. So Tony mentioned that it had been 10 years since he'd been to the gathering. It was like key to rock. Tony had a little bit of a breakdown and was trying to end himself at the gathering, and he kept like no, I don't make fun of him. I'm not making fun of him, but he was like listening to these songs would come on and shit, like somebody would play Wolfpack, something wicked, this way come, and he dead serious look at me and goes, "Are they talking about me? Are they?" And like at the time, I'm like, "Fucking chill out, Tony, whatever, But like looking back on it now, like I see where he was, and not that I ever like fucked with them, because I always let him know, like, no, you're safe with me, Tony. You know what I mean? Like, ain't you know what I mean? Like, you're good, whatever. But my man's was going through some shit, and he came back a few years later. I remember he came back a few years later, and then was still like, oh yeah, I'm not ready for this yet. You know what I mean? So even like Tony won, and he's up in our chat, and he's a juggalo like a motherfucker. He's inked. He does it. And he's from Cleveland. He's not that far from the gathering. But when it comes to the gathering, he's like, I don't know if that's for me. You know what I mean? It does something that says you shouldn't be here or whatever, that tells him, makes him feel that way. You know what I mean? So whether it's a safety thing or, the carnival's trying to look out for him, for his better health or whatever it is, because I know this motherfucker is one of us. He's a solid fucking dude. Give you the shirt off his back. He ain't out there doing fuck shit. But for whatever reason, he's meltdowns when he comes to the gathering. And
yeah, if you're not comfortable,
to each their own,
that's just fine too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't ever force him. I'm not like, oh, you should go, Tony. Fuck no, he knows what he needs to do. You know what I mean? If he wants to go, he'll hit me up. Like, yo, come hang with you. Whatever. He knows what it is, and but a lot of juggalos go through shit. And whatever that kid was going through, that he couldn't find somebody to relate to him, because even Justin Mickle, that's up in our chat all the time or whatever, I'll keep going. He'd be sending out these little positive affirmations and shit, and he tunes them up to people to try to make them personal and that. And it's good stuff to know that, like, anybody can reach back out to him and start up a conversation about stuff. And maybe he doesn't have all the answers, but it might be what they need to hear to keep them doing this, whatever this shit is. It's fucking stupid. Never mind. I quit.
Yes. Well, what the fuck?
I don't know. You know what I mean? Now, just like, we're here. We got to be here for each other, because there's juggalos I don't fuck with. Doesn't mean that I don't want them to not be at the gathering. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah, I want them to be
gather away from me.
Like, I don't fuck with you. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Just is what it is. We all
So,
get that message.
I mean, I had a bunch of questions written down, but we kind of freestyled off the cuff and went in. And I feel like this has been a great conversation so far. But there are a couple of things that I do still want to ask. So is Faygo a rare commodity overseas?
I was going to ask that as well.
Something that you can actually get.
Yeah, from like we got an American market from some place where you can grab Faygo. But man, if you saw the price of Faygo in France, it's fucking crazy to think that this fucking $1 thing in the USA, and here it's like fucking 10 euros for a fucking bottle, Like, I got a bunch of bottle right here as a
goodness,
decoration.
tiny little bottles.
Faygo is exotic over there.
Yeah, exactly, actually exotic. So people used to fuck with it to mix it with the drugs, like the lean, plus with Faygo used to be a big thing. So that's what put Faygo on the map for a time.
Damn.
in
So it
France.
wasn't ICP putting Faygo on the map in the UK. It was that lean.
There was that lean.
The lean.
Oh, yeah.
That's
And
what's up. I actually, yeah, I'm glad we went by that question. So another thing I want to ask, like, there's a lot of juggalos who have side hobbies, you know, like like I don't want to say crocheting or anything like that, but like there's the grill team that do shit. There's who's the fucking people who have like that their spot on Merch Row that they create all their own something creations.
Wicked Dream Creations.
Wicked Dream Creations.
These
Yes.
guys-
Yeah, they dope.
Yes. Shout out to them. They're always doing fucking dope ass, cool fucking always
And they
worth
got
checking out
posters
every
that go
year. Is there any kind of like side hobbies? Like, do you rap? Do you produce? Do you have any other side things that you do?
No, not that much. Like my skill in life is more about socializing with people and making connection than very like rapping or producing and shit. So
You
like
do
in
the
my
lowrider
crew, my main what?
the lowrider stuff.
Yeah,
Is that
like
like sort of
I'm
you participate?
I'm working on another bike, and it's gonna have some ICP painting on the side. So I try to make a shout out to ICP in the lowrider culture in France. But
Absolutely.
beside that, not that much, you know.
Hey, and you know what's crazy about that is like, you know, you're going through all of this trouble to, you know, make this meticulous piece that really the people that see it aren't going to appreciate the little love and details that are put into it because they're not aware of all the you know, the subtle things that, you know, you could put into it. But somebody is going to see that and then they're going to say, okay, but they're going to see that. They're going to say, "Oh, okay, what's that? I need to learn more about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I need to go down
It's funny because it happens from time to time that I got people in France that say, "Hey, I know this. It's from this band in Saint Cloud Posse. I used to listen to them back in the day." Um, so yeah, and last time, like for during Halloween time, I went to a party with the face paint, and I had like two or three people saying, "Hey, whoop whoop," or "Oh, that's a juggalo." But it's very rare, you know. So when it happens, I'm always like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, man."
That's like catching a
So
water Pokemon in the
yeah,
desert.
and during the time they were trending on TikTok, you know, with the
What up,
I think it was like
Goober?
Boogie Woogie or shit like that. I met some chicks who were listening to a few ICP songs and shit like that. So it was cool. That's the magic of internet, you know. Everyone can listening to everything without.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, and even
You're
with
telling me they liked the Boogeyman song?
even with the
Yeah,
internet,
it was trending on TikTok.
The Boogeyman song and the dating game, dude. Those are my two
Dating
favorite
Oh,
songs.
you asked him what his favorite Joker's card was, and he said bizarre. So
uh, you know, Greg Malenko is the only ICP album that been in the store in France, like distributed in France because of their deal with Island Record.
Really?
So it's the
so they
only
took all
album
the
that went
on the shelf,
through
put them
the
on theirs.
like that went outside the USA for us.
That's fucking dope. I did not know that.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
that's
couldn't
not,
get
that's not
anything
dope.
else.
I wish you had more fucking.
Yeah, better selection, right?
But that's cool that you knew that, dude.
Wait, I'm gonna show you something.
And you've never done like a
Piece of
Halloween or anything like that before. You've never went to Halloween.
No, I went to Halloween. But look, this is a French tape about ICP.
All right, let's
Les,
see.
Like
les Carnival.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
shirt
you can write it. Le
the
Carnaval
Carnival.
Noir,
Les Carnival
like the
Noir.
black. They call it like kind of the Black Carnival, the Carnaval Noir.
Yeah.
And they said
Right.
Insane Clown Posse offer a show of like a powerful visual and sonority I don't know,
Chris Hines wants
but
to.
it's like some shit they
It's like the
were doing on
documentary.
radio and shit.
Is that in French?
Oh, there's the documentary.
Yeah, it's in French. Yeah.
Oh shit, the whole thing's in French. Okay, that's
Whoa,
Yeah.
was that a
Little
pendulum
table
comic
there.
book? What was that comic book? That your altar?
What?
Whoa.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have a few.
Is that a 50187 in the pit photography poster right there of Shaggy? Look at
Where?
that. Baines. Shout out. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
I
beautiful.
have
Right
a
there.
few.
Shout out,
You got a
motherfucker.
dope
I have a
art
few
collection.
shit.
That is so
I
dope.
don't know if you knew, but in this book made by the homie, fuck, I'm bad in names,
Uh-huh. Yes.
Ellie Ling, about the tattoos, Juggalo tattoos,
Yes.
Whoa.
Fucking sweet.
and
It's a book is what they call that,
yeah,
right? They would
it's,
call that a flash book.
yeah, and at the end, bam,
Oh,
Great
it's
as
me.
fuck, dude.
Whoa! I knew this was going somewhere. Self promotion. All right.
hey,
I
we're
like
getting
that.
hella clout tokens over here at the Underground Pulse podcast right now.
I
dude.
know, right? Yeah,
Give me
Eli
them all.
Lynn getting a shout out. Bizarre fucking tagging him. Way to go. That's a
Give me them
ton.
all.
Plug
Dude,
these
that is
motherfuckers.
really dope that people recognize you as somebody in the community who actually is working out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're part of it.
but
You're part of it. 'Cause
at
there's some
at the same
people-
time, like for a moment, I was kind of I don't know what to say, but some people just ran into me because they knew who I was and I was French, and it was more like oh, we got to take a picture with the French guy, you know, and
Yeah, like we stand on.
and you know,
Man,
Yeah,
I get that
so-
same thing.
I
It's
mean,
like
you are.
so that's why I quit going to the gathering with my flag, so I could just stick with the people that I knew, and not people just wanted to flex taking a picture with me like I was someone, you know. And
Yeah, because you ain't.
for a moment it was kind of weird, you know.
Well, just because you said that, when I see you at the gathering this year, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, I need a picture with the French dude."
I'm gonna
No,
bring
I'm
a
well,
French flag.
I'm cool. I'm cool
Around
taking.
yourself.
I'm cool. I'm cool taking picture with everyone. You know, it's just that some people just act friendly with me because I'm French and not because I'm who I am. You know.
Yeah.
And hey, everybody has their claim to Jugga fame, because we're all Jugga famous. You know what I mean? It just depends on how you get there. You know, because it's like I said, it's all the same people. And if you standing out, being for free, you sacrificed a lot of your personal life to come and be that juggalo for 5 days or 4 days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You only get to be that celebrity for so many days, and then boom, you're right back to
My earphone are dead. I'm gonna have to talk with my phone microphone. So
you're gonna sound like shit.
You're okay.
Yeah. But to be Jugga famous for those couple of days.
You still
You
there?
go back to
Can you
being
hear me
nobody.
well?
Huh?
Can you hear me well or no?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay.
Hang on. What Joshua says, we need to send the Medicating with 6 Joker Cards book by Chris Sheehan. I know Chris.
Meditating.
I liked Medicating. Oh, wait, I got the Medicating book. Yeah, he's got the Meditating one. But
It should have been
Chris Sheehan is a solid ass motherfucking juggalo that's always fucking around with the Dark Carnival games, motherfuckers doing Morton's List shit and doing all that fucking weird board game shit and stuff, whatever. So I've never actually seen that book, but I'm sure that it's super cool. And one of these days we could have somebody that read it and tell us about it, and I'll talk to them about it.
Yeah, I can't read. That's for sure. So,
Written backwards to their pictures. I don't know. I'm thinking like yoga or stretching out and shit.
So here at the Underground Pulse podcast, we like to stress mental health a lot. we are mental health warriors out here taking care of each other in the community, trying to make things the best that we can, not only for our family but for our environment around us. You know what I mean? So if there's any word of wisdom or advice you have for a juggalo struggling out there, trying to thug it out but just having a little bit of trouble, and they maybe stumble across this podcast because they're like, oh shit, a French Juggalo. Let's see what his thoughts are on the world. You know what I mean? What motivation? I know we kind of brought, but let's bring the motivation back to mental health. What do you have to say to that homie out there who's struggling right now?
Well, I don't know because I'm myself is under medication for anxiety. Like I take this kind of shit when I had some panic attack sometime where I just freeze and feel like I'm gonna die, and very very bad. Like sometime I had to call the ambulance and shit because I thought I was dying. And sometimes it take me like fucking 4 hours to go out of some this shit. So the best thing you can do is to try to focus on what makes you feel like that, and to either take it away from your life, or because it's always coming from something. Even if sometimes sometimes I'm around my homies, I'm chilling, laughing and shit, and then boom, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel great.
I know
But
exactly
sometimes,
what you've gone through. I've gone through phases like that or whatever, where, like you said, you just feel frozen. You don't want to be around anybody anymore. And it's not, you'd be like, okay, they're your homies. They're not like out to get you. They're not put you or
my
nothing.
homies, they
But
know
I
about
want to
it.
be around you. I don't want to,
No,
I can't talk. I feel like a lot of juggalos have gone through that where, you just got to take a break from everybody. You need that break. You need to take it back in and step away from the juggalo shit if you need to sometimes, or anything for that matter.
my homies been very supportive about it, even though they never went through this kind of mental shit. But I don't know about any advice, but sometimes just speaking your mind, and when you speak about it and you just vent, you realize while you are talking that something are not right, and that's what you need to work on. And
Yes.
I mean everything to make your life being better, because living in this state of mind is very complicated. And I mean that's the sometime when I feel bad, I can listen to some ICP songs like Satellite from Fred Furry, or how it's called,
Beautiful
uh,
song, Satellite.
yeah,
Beautiful song.
and the
All
one,
famous
oh fuck,
Forever.
yeah,
Forever.
Forever. Yeah, man, I love this song
How
Yeah.
did
so
I
much.
know that?
That
From his
makes
I
web-
SwiL
love
cry.
this song.
It makes SwiL
It does.
cry.
The video makes me cry. It's
It's a
fucked up.
fucking
Yeah,
beautiful song and a beautiful video, dude. I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
why
for
they
real.
didn't release the video. That video was dope, dude.
ICP got so many songs that make me feel better when I feel low, and that's what I like about it, because they I feel like they've been in my side into every complicated moment in my life. Like when I went into ICP when I was a teenager, in my room, kind of like my place right now, but it was all poster of ICP, and I felt like when I was in my place, I was kind of protected by
You were
some
protected.
energy.
Yes, and you brought up a real good point. Something you said when you first started talking about vocalizing your problem, right? Whatever it is you're thinking or you're going through or whatever, and it's in your head and you're working it out. It keeps going in there, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
once you bring it here
That's
and
right. That's true.
you turn it into a vibration. You
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
into get it out of you. It does help with realizing some of the thing. I know it's not like it's something that works all the times with anything, but you spit it out, and then somebody says something to you. They don't even know why they said that. It might not have anything to do with anything, and they don't know why they said that. But they would say, God works through people. So that's all of us. So
there's no solution or secret for this shit. It's just advice that you can try. It's like
you need to hear it. It's about somebody saying something that you need to hear when you need to hear it, or you saying something they need to hear when they need to hear it, because you don't know what you're going to say that's going to resonate with somebody else, or like something that they say that is going to stick with you. And even if I got a problem, right, and then I hear somebody else say their problem, but I'm like, well, shit, maybe my shit ain't so bad. I could be dealing with that shit, or being like, somebody, dumping and then saying, oh, well, your shit ain't that bad. At least you're not going through this. And them realizing that, helping to deal with it.
I agree, but at the same time, everyone has their own sensibility. So for some people, these amounts of problems gonna be received with these amounts, and to some people, this gonna be felt like this. So everyone is different. So it's not like some people, when they talk about depression or mental issue, I feel like sometimes they even brag about it or try to flex their problem, like, I'm depressed, I try to kill myself, I'm like, bro, there's nothing funny, there's nothing great, or, when you live this kind of mental issue, it's like you speak your inner you to other people, and I'm glad to have solid homies around me that I can speak about it with. And when I told them that I feel bad, they ain't gonna look down on me or turn me into mock me or shit. They're just gonna be like, okay, we got you. Whatever you need.
Try to reassure.
You want me to show up? You want me to anything? And even though they never went through this shit, they know me enough to know that I'm not playing about it, and when I feel bad, I really feel bad.
I'm expressing myself here. I'm not saying, oh, hey, I need attention. I need whatever. You're saying like, hey, I'm going through this. Hey, and Shank in the chat, French mama, Shank. Everybody remember? Yeah,
that's the homie.
That's a homie.
Suck my balls, bitch.
I'm on the internet. Fuck you, Shank.
Yeah, fuck you, Shank. And Shank is one of my solid homies too. I love this motherfucker.
I feel what you're saying though, man. Like I use dark humor a lot with my own shit, but I've been telling, like when I was younger and shit in like school and shit, I'd tell people about something, like I'd be telling them about my mom fucking dying, and they'd like make jokes about it or laugh at me over this shit. Like to you, I don't see what's funny, like me, I can kind of make a fucked up joke. You can eat a dick. Like
yeah, because it's one thing if you're feeling it and expressing it, you know what I mean. And I'll give you an example of that. I'm sure it's not same level, but it's like when I say fuck juggalos versus when somebody that doesn't know anything about juggalos says fuck juggalos. All right, because I'm allowed to say that. Like, fuck juggalos. They're fucking stupid. When I say juggalos, they're fucking stupid. It's I know because I am one. So we're stupid. We're dumb as fuck.
Fuck the juggalos.
Yeah, the juggalos. They, but if somebody else says that, I'm like, hey, you don't know us, motherfucker. Don't you fucking say that about our shit, motherfucker. We don't do that. You don't know about us. And
I think that's the thing.
Rating on it.
I think that's the thing with these Juggalo Facebook groups too. We've talked about it. SwiL is there's these motherfuckers who aren't even. There's 30,000 people in that group. There's not 30,000 people who get that. Okay, 33,000 people. I'm sorry, Mister. Dude, you might as well be the
33 and 82.
Dude. I'm sorry, dude. Oh shit. But anyway, there's a lot of people in there like that dude who hops in. I don't know who that is. He's like, juggalos suck dick. All juggalos fuck each other. Have you seen that guy? All he does is post.
Yeah. I saw
Pops off
one
every
of these
time.
guys.
That's Jimmy him, dude. That's
And
Jimmy.
when you see his Facebook page, you go through his pictures. You see you can smell the meth. Like through every picture is like.
That's Jimmy him's dad. That's Jimmy him's dad.
This Facebook page smells like meth. How does that happen? It's in here.
Smells like that shit, dude. You can smell like cooking, dude. You can just smell the fucking meth cooking in the bathtub, bro. Ugh.
Hey, like Tony says, one of the hardest things to do is ask for help when you need it, and that's right a little bit too. And that's where like having people around you that recognize that, like, so that you don't have to ask for the help. Your homies know you need it. Like I haven't talked to Rick Man in a few days. I should probably hit him to make sure he's all right.
Some people are scared to ask about help because we live in a world where people sometimes they use your weakness against you. Like they're gonna play friendly with you for a time, but when she's gonna go down for anything, they're gonna be like, yeah, remember the time you called me crying like a bitch when you were depressed, or remember that you were doing shit on your arm and shit. So now you're scared about what you say to anything, anytime, because you never know when people are gonna try to use it against you. Or sometimes people feel like their problems are not important enough, or they don't matter. So people ain't gonna be interested into their struggle. So that's why the main goal is to around people that never gonna use this shit against you, and that's it, because if you're not in a positive environment with your homies, it's like you don't choose your family. So I can understand that you don't have the family that you want, and it's not always a positive environment. But your homies, you choose your homies, so you're supposed to be around people that makes you feel better. If you're not around people that makes you feel secure, comfortable, or better, just change your way, then just go away, because that's not homies. They're just people that you stick with because you're scared to try something else,
Flashing back to something Joshua had said in the chat a little while ago, a comment he made. The Gathering is one of the few places where he said at his honeymoon in Ireland and at the Gathering, the only places he hasn't felt judged. I 100% agree with that. The Gathering is the one place where I don't have to worry. I know they're dicks, but like fucking I don't have to worry about like everybody just being a complete asshole about my shit,
And of course, people are gonna make fun of you for taking that Super Bowls picture. You know what I mean? We all seen that, and we seen the picture of you in Super Bowls, but you did that for us. We could make fun of you for that. Do we have that picture somewhere? Because I want to make fun of him about that.
Yeah, I got it. I'll get it. Let's see. I just gotta be able to search through here. Keep talking.
If we had a good engineer, sorry,
dude.
Real life shit. What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about the judging thing or whatever, right? So when you're at the Gathering, but like you almost do shit so that because you're not being judged, but you do shit so that you can be judged. Whether it's I don't know, just dumb shit, that you do that, because you want to like taking a picture in the Super Bowls thing, right? I'm doing that so that my other people can see that and say, oh, that why would we?
I mean, it's beautiful.
SwiL, keep going. Oh, never mind. He's doing the fam shit.
Another, like whether it be like an ass crack beer or walking around passing out like test strips, everybody does something for the community.
Yeah, including Super Bowls pictures. I mean,
we're doing these so that you can make fun of us, though. You know what I mean? That's why you do that is so that people can, laugh about it and have fun with it. And that's what it's about too. I do dumb shit all the time that I'm like, or say something, misquote something, whatever, like I want my friends to make fun of me. that's, I want them to have laughs at my expense, and I want to have laughs at their expense a little bit too. That's why we do this, is so that we can help each other. And even with the homies and stuff, and I feel like this is a thing, like, okay, we're juggalos and we have this same moral boundary of shit, or this common ground of things, whatever. And if you're doing something shitty and your homie pulls you to the side and says, "Oh man, hey, that wasn't cool, you shouldn't be doing this shit," da, da, da. And you're like, "Oh well, I don't give a fuck about them, whatever," but they're like, "Oh, that's kind of shitty." Then you got to say, okay, well, do I want to be homies with this person? This is my friend. If my friend comes to me and says like, "Oh, hey, you're doing something shitty," I want to be called out and held accountable and say, "Oh, well, like, oh, I didn't see it like that. I'm, what I mean, da, da, da. Like, what do we need to do to make this not shitty? Because I don't want to be shitty."
No, exactly. When people from when my homies told me that something I did was bad, or make them feel bad or uncomfortable or some shit, I always try to be a better person. So I ain't gonna take it as a ego thing and be like, "Yeah, well, fuck you," because at the end of the day, that you're still learning about being a better person, because that's the most difficult thing in the world, because the society is so fucked up and individualist that sometimes you just want to step on everyone to make you feel better, even if it means that you're gonna make other people feel bad. So being a juggalo is about that too, like being who you are, but don't be a fucking.
Yes, you need your homie. Yeah. Don't be a pain in the ass to everybody else. Don't hurt other people. I don't have to hurt you to make myself feel better. Like, even sometimes I'll say shit, my dudes will be like, "Oh man, that was like too far." I'm like, well, it's just for the LOLs. I don't really feel that way necessarily. I just kind of said that because I thought it was funny. I don't really know the whole situation. Like, don't take it so personally either.
Horrible person with a heart of gold.
Yeah. Juggalos had thicker skin. They just knew how to take it. It wasn't all taken so personally as it is these days. Because we're just here to it's the photos you fresh as fuck paint up on the bike. Yeah, see, and the lowrider shit coming back around. But it's just a little bit about being like, oh, okay, I need to be a better version of myself. And if people are telling me like, oh, this is kind of fucked up, all right, these are people I brought into my life because I want my standards to be held. I want to be held accountable if I'm being shitty. That's why I got these real people around me to tell me when I'm fucking up. So, a lot of times people just push you away if you call them out for something. They don't want to hear about it. They say, well, fuck you. You're not my friend, even though they're doing the shitty stuff, whatever. And that's fine too. The garden weeds itself. So if that's how it is, that's just how it is. I'm still going to go on trying to be the best me that I could be. And at least I know that, like, yo, you're my friend, or you were my friend, but I told you, yo, this is shitty behavior. You said, well, I'm going to keep doing it anyway. Well, I can't keep saying you're my homie then. You can go do what you do over there, and I'll do what I do over here.
Yeah. Well, when you said that juggalos have a thick skin, it reminded me when I first started talking with Juggalo online when I was like 16 or around 16 years old, I think, and my English was all fucked up. Like, even now, it's not perfect, but at the time, like I told you, I was starting from zero.
Putting it together, yeah.
Yeah, I was whack as fuck in English. So when I started chatting with Juggalos, I had mad people trolling me or making fun of me, or but
right, for misspelling, misquoting, and then even
Juggalos, like I was a new
Dude,
ninja.
You didn't know how to spell Great Malenko? What?
Well,
come on,
like,
man!
Juggalos are very particular with their language.
But
it's like
I was young. I was new. I wasn't speaking English, so a lot of juggalos were testing me. Like, oh, yeah, you think you're a juggalo? You want to be a part of us for sure? Well, and they'd be like, bah, 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 trolling me and shit. And at the same time, it was like I got either people trolling me or either people being very nice to me and trying to help me and introduce
This
me.
is how you deal
So
with
yeah,
the
and I
trolls.
think Juggalos
Yeah.
is right in the middle. You got the
Yes.
nicest people on earth that gonna be here for you, all sweet, all good energy, and you're gonna have the fucking the rugged Juggalo that's gonna be like, yeah, fuck you, told your
Fuck
mom.
him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck him.
and
Fuck France.
that's what I like
Fuck French.
about the Juggalo world.
Yeah,
Yes.
as they're giving you the shirt off their back, why didn't you just call your fucking mom?
That's absolutely. I'll give you, a prime example. A new, age version of that is the fucking Midnight Yami shit, right? Because people fucking hate on Yami, and
Yami's a good man.
I get it, but Yami's all right. He's got good character to him, and he just has to learn how to maneuver this shit. But just like you were saying, when you came in and the Juggalos are fucking with you and telling you all this shit, and you got your handful of them that are telling you how to deal with it, and a handful of them that are giving it to you. And hey, Dick, in your hand right now. That's cool.
Yeah.
This is so cool. And I can't keep going. No, but
I'm both types of Juggalo.
Absolutely, it depends what the situation calls for. Right, because as a collective group, that's what we need. We need the gatekeepers. We need people to say, "Oh yeah, I'm bringing these people in," right? But then we need other people that are going to be like, "Well, hang on, we're gatekeeping here. Hang on, do you belong here?" And you sit here and you handle the hazing for long enough until you realize, like, "Oh shit, now it's time for me to pass it down to the next motherfucker."
It's how you respond to the trolling that really defines you too.
Absolutely, and you have to stick it out. You got to push through that. You got to say, I want this bad enough that fuck them and fuck what they think.
What I didn't like about Yami was that he came out of nowhere and he didn't have he didn't check in, kind of, even if you feel like
shit.
he
still don't know
just
shit.
went and be like, yo, I'm the new cheat, I'm the new Tagalo, click on my shit, who am I? I'm the fucking Tagalo, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, yeah, you didn't knew about us like 2 weeks ago, like, calm down, introduce
Like
yourself.
Will said, he had to realize it's not just a
fucking
trend,
gather.
man.
I will say,
and then you're gonna be able to talk about what it is to be Tegolo or Jogolo or anything, but if you're just living it through internet and what you think it is, because to me you're just cloud chasing and try to use the Juggalo escalator, so that's why I don't fuck with him right now.
I invited Yami to camp with me this year. We'll see what happens. All right, I invited him. I'm dead serious about that.
Since having him on the podcast and doing the roaster trial of Yami, like I did gain a little bit more respect for him. He sat here, he took it, he explained shit in a way where
he didn't know any better.
I just hope he doesn't make good on his threat and throw Faygo on us.
Oh, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be
so
pissed if he throws Faygo at me, dude. We're all gonna be so mad.
I'm pretty sure that's a myth. I'm not sure if he really shared a stage.
I don't fuck with him. I feel like if tomorrow, by any chance, tomorrow how to say that? If tomorrow Yami is getting mainstream or anything, 90% is gonna act like he never knew us, That's my point. That's my point.
There have been a lot of conversations with Yami. He's a good dude, man.
I'll tell you this one, okay? Because I'll even give you that one.
Give him a chance.
I'll even say that if Yami was to mysteriously, or if he was, of course. But if he was to just blow up all of a sudden, he went mainstream from some of his other shit, I can tell you this. The reason Yami ended up in the Juggalo community was because he wasn't accepted anywhere else. Okay. Because the R&B kids were like, man, you ain't one of us. And the fucking trap rap dudes were like, or maybe I don't know how to say them even, but like him. He probably felt like, oh, I didn't fit in here. I didn't fit in here. Where do I fit in?
So what you're telling me is that he didn't choose us. He didn't add any other option.
Not even
That's
so
what
much that he
happening me.
didn't have any
He
other
didn't have any
option.
option because everyone else was saying you're whack, get the fuck out. So he was like, yeah. So who's left?
But
Juggalo.
he's
I'm
like,
Juggalo
I
now.
like, well,
You
Yeah,
don't
fuck
know. He
you.
could just discovered it around that time too, man. That's
right.
all I'm
That's
saying.
one of
Is
the
give him a
Yeah.
little bit more time before you just make that final decision. Well, if people had said
Man,
"fuck
like
you,"
when you just discover something and you walk in it, you walk in this new world, and you give yourself all this world, all this. I'm that. I'm this. I'm representing. Because when you're doing online shit like that, that you put on streaming platform, you're representing us. You know, and to
absolutely. He's
represent
representing
us,
us as
you have to
Juggalo.
be around
Correct.
us. You have to go through all this shit. If you
But you don't
just
know
go
us.
from the back door without any context and be re, uh, promoting a world without being a part of a world, that's whack.
all I'm
It is
saying,
definitely whack coming into it like that. Okay, but I really feel like he didn't know, right? Like he was brought into it by some other people maybe that weren't even necessarily juggalos, but were like, you're doing fucking,
Frenchie just ain't having it, SwiL. Frenchie just ain't having it, man. So
yeah.
I think we already went through the trial and just in the
You don't want me to keep
roast
talking
of
about
Yami.
Man,
Yami?
I wish I
And-
was there for the
I've got
trial.
one last comparison to
you
make.
should have been. You should have been. We could do
Just-
another one at some point.
just
I'm sure you'd be
picture-
down.
Just
But,
picture that.
Go ahead. Go
Can I
ahead.
make one last comparison with it?
Yeah.
Well, not even a comparison. Just picture that he does really, truly connect with us and want to be a part of the community, learn all the shit, go to the gatherings, have a good time with us, and then you've got a shit ton of people like saying, oh, no, fuck Yami. And that like pushes him out of it. Cause like he's been, a lot of people
That's
get
the
it, but
thing.
he's been really getting it, dude.
But
Yeah,
but
he
that's
has
not
been
going to
doing
push you out of it if that's what you want to do. It's
Fair
not going to
point.
push you out.
Did you ever went to the gathering?
No, this will be
Did
his
you
first.
ever went to All Wicked to a ICP show? Or he just spreading money saying, "All
We
right,
heard the
some
music.
Chadi, look."
No, listen. I told him he's got this year to gather, and if he doesn't gather this year, that's just don't even talk about it, man. Don't even.
Unless you're in the
Right,
hospital
I'll
or
do you one
jail,
better
you
than that.
gather.
Like
He
for
just moved to Columbus, Ohio, and Clockwork E is doing a Christmas show, Clockside Christmas, on November 30th in Columbus, and that's where he lives now. So I invited him out. I hope to see him there. We'll see what happens.
Yami, I
maybe-
know one of your friends is watching and gonna send this to you. I'm not talking shit. We're just talking about you. Don't make a rap about me and X my face out like fucking.
Oh, rap about us, rap
dead
about all of us.
no, you can rap about me. I don't give a fuck.
No,
They're friends now.
I'm just saying. I got some loves for Yami, but I
We'll
can
see
see
what
where
happens.
a lot of people do give him hate. You know what I mean? Because I have my
Absolutely.
questions about him still. I've told him this. I think he's an FBI plant. I think he's a plant
Oh
from the
my God,
FBI.
that could be true.
I think they planted that motherfucker in here to infiltrate the Juggalo system. And
I
I
like
told
Yami,
him,
but if that were the case,
but obviously that's not. That I'm just a conspiracy theorist who likes to think weird shit. So yeah, Yami is actually ski master slump guy.
He's a bot. He's an AI bot.
That's more like it.
Nah,
Hey,
I got love for you, Yami. No hate, no
Me
hate.
too. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna hop off of here also, though. This has been super dope, and I'm super glad that we got to kick it with Frenchie, and glad you hopped on, Nips, whoever Juicy Jiggler is. Oh, you should give them their name tag back, and whatever. And GunnerB, I'm the CEO of the UPP. Don't ever forget that. Whoop whoop. Much clown love, y'all.
Thanks.
Woo,
Whoop, whoop.
catch you later.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, shit. Frenchie, I suppose it's about that time. We'll probably end up wrapping it up, dude. There is one thing I got here. Is there any questions you guys have in the chat for Frenchie before we wrap it up? Let me know. Go ahead, ask away. There is the super chat button as well, and we just had our first super chats today. We also have memberships going for the Underground Pulse podcast now, so there will be members only content coming soon. Oh shit! Anyway, we're not getting too hot and heavy in here like that. But I did also want to ask you, what is one of the memorable performances you have from going to the Gathering of the Juggalos? What are some artists that you always wanted to see, other than obviously ICP and shit like that? What were some like off the wall artists that really impressed you?
And just to top that off, what was the moment at your first gathering where you were like, "Oh shit, this is my place"?
We already asked that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. No, go for it. Tell them.
What's the question? You want to know which artist I saw at the gathering that impressed me, or artist that I wanted to see?
So gathering performance that impressed you is the one that I asked, and then Nips asked, what was the moment at the gathering where you're like, "Oh shit, I'm home. All right, yeah, this is what I'm."
Yeah, I mean, beside ICP, of course, I don't know, because what's different from my perspective is that when I discovered ICP on YouTube and shit, I also discovered Twisted, Blaze, and everyone else. So it took me almost a year to learn that they weren't together anymore. So to me, I was living my family era dream through my computer, you know. So when I found out they were splitting and shit, sadly, what I really wanted to see at the gathering was what was this area, you know. But beside that, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Onyx, and I've been on stage with Onyx because I sneaked through the security, so it was great.
That's sick.
I saw the security guy. He watched me, and I just said, and he was like, and that's it.
Were you there in 22?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Did you catch your mix a lot?
Yeah, I was on the backstage too. For some reason, I don't know. I don't even know why I ended up there, but it was great. And but yeah, and after the Onyx show, I sneak into the tent too after the show to take a picture with them. And it's funny because I walked through Fredo store, asked him to take a picture, and he was like, "Can I just get 5 minutes?" And I was like, "Okay." Okay. Then Sticky Fingers went into me. He's like, "Yeah, you want to take a picture and shit?" So we take a picture, and he was like, "Yeah, so you're a rapper?" And I said, "No." He said, "So you're a DJ?" And I said, "No." And he looked at his manager and he was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Who is it? Why the fuck is this on stage?
It's time to go. And then Wako the kid.
Yep.
He was there. And he was like, "Yeah, it's the homie from France and shit. Yo, he's cool as fuck." And he kind of disarms the situation. So much love to Wako. And so yeah, Onyx was great. X was great too. Like he put out a great show. Ouija always do a crazy ass show. I mean, I know he's got a lot of haters because he do different kind of juggalo music, but he's always putting a dope ass show.
Yeah, Ouija is tight.
And I don't
his
know.
live shit pulled me into him.
Yeah, and the first gathering I went, they were still ABK performing, and so yeah, of course I was all about like ICP, Twisted, ABK, Blaze, Boondocks at the time. So seeing ABK on stage performing was very fucking great moment too. So I don't know. I'm mostly there for ICP, and if I see other great show, I'm gonna enjoy them. You know, when I'm not a big fan of Suicide Boys,
Yeah.
but when I saw them at the gathering, it was great. Ghost Main 2 was great.
You're there for the gathering experience of the friendship and like and having the camaraderie. You know what I mean? Because
any music is better live too.
You don't really get to experience the Juggalo like friendship out there, the camaraderie, like the homies. You know, if you run into one, like you said, it's like running into a wild rare Pokemon or some fucking shit. Like, oh my god, you're a Juggalo too. like yeah. So I mean, I always kind of like felt like that when I was younger in like my smaller towns growing up. So I could only imagine what it's like growing up like that in like a whole ass country, dude. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think we're like maybe 10 juggalos in France, maybe, and
small ass
Five of
and
them.
yeah, and on all this
yeah, we
10
had like
juggalos,
5 of them in the chat today. So
yeah, but I don't know. On these 10 juggalos, I feel like some just claim to be juggalos because they like ICP, but that's it, you know. You got ICP fans, and you got juggalos, and some people outside this world don't comprehend that, you know.
Yeah.
some scream juggalo only when it's convenient. You know what I mean? They only want to say it when it matters. Like whoop whoop, I'm a juggalo when they get a little
Yeah, or when they take pictures,
you know what
you
I
know,
mean?
it's look great to be a juggalos on pictures, but
Oh, look at
I
yeah,
mean,
look at that. I said whoop whoop on Halloween one time.
I mean, who wants to be a juggalo in a country where no one know what the fuck is a juggalo? Or in the USA, when you say you're a juggalo, people gonna be like, oh yeah, so you either a drug addict, a pedophile, a gang member, in a cult. So there's nothing to brag about being a juggalo, you know.
Why are you
So,
openly admitting to being a tweaker? Like, fuck.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Hey now, only on Tuesdays. But yeah, Nips was also asking you, what was the moment at the gathering where you realized like you were home? You were saying it was like not really your first, but your second one, right?
Because I'm
yeah,
guessing.
but even at the first one, when I just start talking with random people and they all been like
That's what it was.
friendly
That
like
first day
right
you
now,
were
you know.
nervous, right?
Yeah, and my English was even better than right now. So and everyone was friendly as fuck, and I felt comfortable with everyone. So I felt like I was in a big ass safe place, kind of, you know. So it was very great. And the first moment I was talking about it earlier, but the first moment I really felt like I was at home is when I was at the parking lot and I fall asleep without my tent because it didn't get there at the time. So
Yeah.
I just took off my shoes, laid on the grass, take my flag as the blanket, and just uh, chat with the homie and fall asleep like that. And it was perfect.
What up, NGS? We got motherfucking never gonna stream up in here. What up?
Woohoo.
What up? What up, y'all? I was getting a tattoo done, so I didn't get to join in at the beginning of the interview and all that. And you're getting phone NGS right now. I just wanted to stop in and say, hey, I realize y'all been going for a long time. I've known about you, homie, a little bit. I seen you around on Facebook. Like I said, I hopped in the chat and said I really fuck with those photo shoots you did.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, man, you've always seemed like a cool cat. I'm just a shy motherfucker, so if we haven't talked in the past, that's why. But I think you're dope.
I saw you through social media too. I fuck with your music, your energy and shit. So
Oh shit!
man, it was
Thank
very
you,
great.
man.
I saw you performing and shit. Much props and much love for real.
Hey, thank you, man. That means a lot to me for real. I hope to kick it with you at the gathering sometime
Yeah,
and shit. We gotta say what up and take a
yeah, of
picture and
course.
stuff, dude.
What
Hell yeah.
tattoo did you get, homie?
Oh man, I got the bandages on it right now, but I got this giant Wendigo skull on my back, and it looks so fucking dope. I just got it finished. I'll probably make a post about it later on.
That sounds fresh as fuck.
Yeah, dude, it's my first like big piece too, and he fucking knocked it out of the park. So yeah, whoop whoop everybody. Getting tatted up and shit. I didn't mean to hop in on any questions or anything or interrupt at all.
Nah, you were asking what movies he liked before.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Is there any French film movies that you like there?
I'm a big film nerd, so I just wanted to I like to ask people if they've seen any good movies or if they fuck with movies at all and shit like that.
I mean, there's a huge movie culture in France, which I'm not a part. But, I enjoy watching movies, but my cinematographic culture is very rock as fuck. Like all the classic that people seen 1,000 times. I'm just starting to sing them right now, you know.
Okay, hell
So,
yeah.
but yeah, so I don't know. I don't even know. And sometimes the French name for movies are different than the original one. So I don't even know what could I told you. I got the biggest zombie movie collection.
Oh yeah.
So
Fuck
like
yeah.
right here it's all zombie movies. Over there you got some like Rob Zombie movies too, but
Okay.
it's mostly zombie movies everywhere. And
Hell
I got
yeah, man.
the Blood in Blood Out French version. But so I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know.
fuck yeah, dude. You got a nice little collection there. That's the shit.
One of us, Cash says.
What kind of French movies are you into, Mr. NGS?
Oh Christ. I'm a big fan of
You say those on the stream?
like the new French wave movement that happened in like the early 2000s where it was like Inside and like some of those Alexandra Aja movies like High Tension and stuff like that.
Ah,
Yeah. Man Bites Dog. I think that might have been Belgian though, actually, but that one I fuck with. I mean, the French just they make dope fucking movies. Yeah, like you said, like cinemas.
well, sometimes, but the average French movie sometimes is very awkward, like the French humor or the French way of acting is way different than the American one. And it's funny because when I was in the USA for the first time, I saw like I was in a show in LA, and I was looking around me and I felt like a lot of people were playing a movie role, you know, kind of. And because they were all kind of cliche in their way of acting, you know, like you had the squad of the black guy with the leather jacket, you know, like you got the small one who speak like that,
Americans
you
are
got
all
tall
cliche.
one, you know, and
Yeah,
it's feel
yeah,
like I saw all these people in different kind of movies already, but they were here in real life. So my question was, are they like like that because American people are like that, or are they like that because the movies made them like that? You know?
it
Yeah, like a
depends.
caricature of them and
It's a
stuff like
little
Yeah,
that.
It depends on what year of movie you're watching, also,
like
because
a self-perpetuating thing.
yeah, 80s has its own cliches, 90s has its own cliches. Like I think like the worst movie period for American movies is like the mid 2000s. Like
The early 2000s, dude. That
that,
all of it, like when shit just went to digital video, like
yeah.
it's
Americans are
all
like
really
the
bad and cringe.
where we'll have shit that mocks our culture and we'll adapt the shit mocking our own culture. You know, it's kind of weird.
It's fucking
uh,
America. Hell
have
yeah.
you seen the off-ramp movies?
We're a strange people, us Americans.
What were we saying, Frenchie?
Have you seen Off-Ramp, the Juggalo movie that just
I
came
have
out?
I have
I haven't
not
seen it
seen.
yet.
Keep forgetting to fucking check it out and with
Yeah,
everything
same.
going on recently. Shit.
I talked to the
I
director at the
need to check it
gathering. He
out.
was a nice dude and shit. And yeah, I've just been meaning to. There's too many I love watching movies. There's so many fucking movies I need to watch, and that is definitely one of them
Ça
too.
fait un moment qu'on n'a pas eu de bons films en France. Yeah, like the homie said in the comments, he said it's been a while since we didn't add a great movie in France, and I agree. It's like now it's either movies made for old people, you know, like the normies, French people. So you're like, okay, we already saw that 1,000 times, and it's always cringe. Or it's like the new SGW political movies about some lesbian couple adopting trainee kids, going through. So it's like either political but not well rated. You know, sometimes it's
So like there's
political, but
things that
it's
can be there's things that
what?
can be political and make a statement if
But
done right, you know what I mean? But when shoved in
exactly,
your face
exactly. Yeah. Sometimes
and
it's just like, look, it's
yeah,
political, and you'll be
Yeah,
like, okay, okay, yeah.
yeah. Things can be done with tact without being just like patronizing or just just getting all up in your face about that shit. Have you seen Raw, the cannibal movie?
I'm not sure.
It's like two like sisters that go to this like college to become veterinarians, and along the way they like you find out they're like cannibals and stuff like that.
I saw a few skits, but not the movie.
Definitely check that one out. It's well
Okay.
worth the watch.
Raw,
Yeah.
like RAW.
Yep. That's the
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna check it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we have some good movies, but it's lost in the middle of all the bad movies we got. Ah, my homie said that he told me the French name of the movie you just told me about.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Off Ramp. I did not see it. So, I'm tough, dude. I'm sorry. There's a reason why I call myself Juff of the Year, and this guy below me calls himself the one and only True Juff. But hey, I got a question for you, Mr. True Juff. Have you seen Off Ramp?
No, not yet.
Oh well, maybe we're in a tie for Juff of the Year, dude. So we're getting close there.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I want to see it because I like movies, but at the same time, it's like I feel like it's going to be the Juggalo rapper of movies, like where they just throw in a bunch of stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm a Juggalo, I get that.
It feels like it was made with love from everything I've heard.
That's what I hope. I guess that's just the opinion I get from the haters that I've seen their poor reviews of it. I'm going in with an open mind, though. I want to see.
Haters are always more vocal.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you see that?
There's a friend for me in the chat that asked me from which part of France I am and what the first ICP album I ever heard. I don't know if I'm gonna answer in English or in French. I don't know if he speaks English. I'm gonna answer in English, and if you don't
I think
understand,
I've seen him in the chat before. I think David knows English, so
Okay,
I think he's just
so-
kind of referring to your native tongue.
I'm from Montpellier in the south, and my first ICP album I've been introduced to was Great Malenko because in French it was the more popular. And my father, my dad, he used to listen to Great Malenko when I was like kind of a toddler, almost a baby. So and he used to listen for ICP for a little bit. Then he just went into other music. So it was funny to him to see me like a year, like 15 years later, being into ICP. It was funny to him.
And by the way, we got Scarecrow in here saying, "Damn, that Mike Tyson fight was bad."
Oh man, don't talk about it. Bro.
Are
That shit was so
not
fucking boring.
wrong. That
That's
girl,
what I keep hearing.
those two girls fighting before were
It
fucking.
was fucking great.
I heard that too. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
That was the
That
fight to
was-
watch.
To
one
me,
of the
Jake,
best matches I've ever
Shit
seen.
out of each other. Fucking, I think her last name was Serrano, Amanda Serrano.
Yeah,
Fucking,
Serrano and
she could've
Taylor.
won, dude.
Yeah,
Katie
landed more
Taylor was like,
punches.
she headbutted her and
Yeah,
dragged
Taylor
her
had
head
like
along the cut.
2 points deducted, or at least a point deducted. She was, and Serrano threw more and landed more punches, and she still lost on the cards.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
that's the last time I'm tuning into any sort of Paul fight. I don't care if you fucking get Muhammad Ali out the dead and somehow fucking box with that guy. I'm not tuning into another Jake Paul fight.
It was
There's
as
no
boring as the
reason.
Mayweather
There's
fight.
never going to be a title change on those cards. And did you watch the Goyat fight at the beginning, like the opening fight? What
That
a
was-
fucking embarrassment, bro.
Yeah.
Like the dude's he straight up like turned. I laughed, but like he turned him into the corner and threw some humps on him and stuff. It was like, bro, what are you doing? to
The only
professional-
good fight was the chicks.
yeah, Serrano and
And-
Taylor fucking
And
killed.
Mike Tyson's old as fuck, used to do drugs. So I mean, I will say I was glad to see him in the ring, but he said at the end, "That's not my last fight." Fuck.
I feel like Jake Paul, it was kind of a gift he made to Mike Tyson so he can have a paycheck before stepping out the fucking fighting world because he was kind of broke, So it gave him the occasion to have a good amount of money to make his retirement. And to Jake Paul, it was a good opportunity for clout. So it was the win-win at the end of the day,
Let me put it like this.
He made $2.5 million a round.
almost 1.2 million a second, not a second, a minute.
That's crazy.
So that's nuts. With bonuses and everything breaking down, it was like per minute he fucking made 1.2 million.
They each
Nuts.
made millions of
Bro,
dollars.
I would go in the ring with Mike Tyson for 5 seconds for that kind of money, dude.
I
Let's
was
do
gonna
it.
say, yeah. Would you would you go
Yeah,
in for a
Hey,
minute?
if
For a
I
million
can
and a
just
half?
fucking grapple him and like stand 10 feet back the whole time, I'll go the whole fucking 16 minutes.
Is this
I'd
guy
be just like
on-
running around and shit, and he lands one strike on me, I'm fucking dead.
Oh shit, Frenchie just pissed on stream. Get it, French.
He's done that twice now.
Yeah, I'm drinking beer, so I got to pee often.
I always knew something was off about us French.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck, man. We keep it real here at the Underground Pulse podcast. We fucking be
He
pissed
said
on
I'm
shit.
gonna watch the replay.
And I'm so used to peace in the middle of the street, like for my 26th birthday, like it was like a month ago. I mean, I was so fucked up. Like I keep hearing stories about what I did this night, and man, it wasn't good. Like,
Is there a little
I
Frenchie
went,
running around somewhere or what?
I went all in into the everything. Like I gathered like 20 of my homies. Uh, I I I choose a bar where I know I don't give a fuck if I get thrown out. So we
And you
went
get
there.
thrown out. You get thrown
No,
out.
no, not even, because my homie decided that this place was great and they wanted to come back. So I got mad and I said, I choose a bar so I can piss on the wall if I want to. And I just pull out my dick and piss on the terrace in front of everyone. And my homie were like, yo, I won't do that and shit. And one of the guys stepped out of the bar and tried to act tough with me. So I think I punched him in the face, or I grabbed him, or I don't know. And then we went to another bar, and my homie told me about something that pissed me off. And apparently I did a huge high kick in the fucking table in the middle of everyone. And I grabbed a drink and I throw it to people, and I don't know. And it was
Sounds
bad.
like you like to drink a little
It's a
bit,
good
Frenchie.
night.
Yeah, I don't smoke, but when I drink, I drink. But I try to be careful now because it makes me do dumb shit.
Hey man, at least you can see that. At least you can see it and know that it makes you act wild and shit. But we juggalos, we always be acting wild. So where's the line? What's the line? Where's too wild? What's wild?
And it's funny because people, my homies, they got the juggalo perspective of what they see Saints doing at the gathering, you know. like, like for them, what Saint is doing at the gathering, like sitting in a bucket or anything, they feel like if they go to the gathering, they're gonna see 20 motherfuckers sitting in buckets everywhere. So every time I do some crazy, disgusting thing, they'll be like, "That's very juggalo of you."
Very juggle. Very juggle.
Yeah, because they know what jugging is, right?
I can
But,
tell
I
you,
mean-
clown.
So I think we're gonna end up wrapping it up here pretty soon. Fucking, I got asked if I could work today, so I'm gonna try to work with one arm. Wish me luck, guys. I do have to make some money, but
Yeah.
what's one thing you've learned about yourself with being in the Juggalo community? Are you still there, Frenchie? You froze up. Bum, bum, bum.
Are we ending on a cliffhanger?
Hello, now we can hear you. There we go.
Wait.
Yo, what's up? What's up,
Yeah.
Frenchie? What up? What up? There he is. So, being in the Juggalo community, man, what's one thing that you've learned about yourself that being a Juggalo has helped you out with?
I don't know. It's like being myself, not being ashamed of what am I or what I feel comfortable doing. And I don't know. Sometimes I like doing the most dumb shit or the most, I don't know. But
Irrational shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word, irrational shit. And I got
Yeah.
big ADHD.
Yep.
So sometimes I'm complicated to be around, but so it always make me feel better to think that there's thousands of motherfucker like me on the other side of the world that just like to be around me, being who am I. So that's the whole point, When I miss a year of a gathering of not seeing the homies, I always feel bad because I need to have a certain amount of juggalo-ness in my life to feel great. Otherwise, I start being depressed, and I just sit saying ICP every day and be like,
A whole community where you can find some real homies.
yeah, exactly. And one other thing before we quit, I gotta say, Ronnie, wait for me at the gathering. I'm coming. I love you. Whoop, whoop.
You hold the knife up as you do that. I'm
Oh,
coming.
no, wait. Without the knife. Ronnie, wait for me at the gathering. Whoop, whoop.
Frenchie for main stage. Have him hosting the gathering 2025. Let's do it.
Yeah, with my
Hell
shitty
yeah.
accent that no one's gonna understand. That's gonna be perfect.
Love it, dude.
Everyone confused in the crowd, like what he said, and me like blah 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 blah.
First time
We got
trying
one
to
last
DJ
question
tune
for you.
shit.
We got one last question for you, Frenchie, from Not So Cash. Shout out to Cash. Go subscribe to Lows and Loud. Go subscribe to Not So Cash.
Whoop,
Thinking
whoop.
Stash. The secret stash with Not So Cash. Oh my God. We got a $5 chat from Not So Cash himself. Question. Can you do us a favor quick? Can you say fuck Mike Morse?
In French or in English?
Both.
Well, fuck Mike Morse and va te faire enculer Mike Morse.
Hey, we're gonna have to send that to the TSN homies for real. Hey, shout out to Cash. Thank you so much for donating the $5. You know Cash is the homie. Go subscribe to Not So Cash. They're killing it over there with the it's the late night stash with Not So Cash. Yeah. And then he'd be doing shit on Twitch as well. Make sure you go subscribe. Lows and Loud. Gonna be doing dope shit over there. Yeah. So what was the one thing that he said? Have you tried hash before, Frenchie?
Well, yeah. Which kind of ash? Because in French we have the ash, who's brown. You cut it and you in your joint, and you're making a joint with it. And you have the ash you need to dab. So I smoke both anyway, but yeah.
That like hand rolled fucking,
Yeah. But yeah, in my neighborhood, you can't see anything, but right there you got all the drug dealers and shit, and they all sell like ash or cigarettes or shit like that. So ash is a big thing in my neighborhood because it came from Arabian community a lot. So that's what people are smoking most of the time out here.
Oh yeah.
Goddamn.
Well,
That
shit,
sounds
dude.
Great.
It was fucking awesome having you on. We still have so many people up in here. If you can, go ahead, give a whoop whoop. We appreciate everybody tuning in. So like today, I'm sure we'll have to have you on here again, Frenchie. I would like to have you on. I know our times probably clash a lot and stuff like that, but I'm on in the mornings quite a bit. So I would like to have you on. We could talk, shoot the shit and whatnot.
Yeah, it was great, man.
Shout out to Manic Mama. Shout out to Ivy. Shout out to Joshua. Shout out to Cash. Shout out to Scarecrow. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. Thank you guys very much. If you can, we're gonna stick here for just a minute. If you can, give me a whoop whoop. I think we can play a fucking
wee and a whoop whoop.
Let's play a
Wee
Clockwork
wee.
music video. I'm down. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think I have it here in my video files. Yep.
Frenchie, I bet you're one of the few people that can spell my last name. Just hearing it.
Okay. Shout out Clockwork Eve.
Shout out to
Super Time, guys.
This hell in the sky. Four of us popped up, mighty morphin' whackness. Nobody's safe, not one. Fun times on the clock, working with magic. One side drop, this thought she's more attractive. You wanna call us parody? I got a parody's nuts. We hit the stage and then we play it, then we sing it. She sucks, whacker than a motherfucker. Laughing at your cup struggle, backing off a back to back. All the weapon is under cover down.
I'm whack as fuck, blasting rappers, grab the mic and run. You know that we the wackest. Why you talking shit and acting up? Stack it up, making hella noise and we back it up. You got me really wondering, like, why you ain't as whack as us? My songs on play and my name in your mouth, dropping bombs all day while you laying around. Really whacker than the average, though you rappers wish you had it. Heard you said you was the nicest, but they calling me the whack.
Hey, yo, we back. We're packing all the gloves to the rap. Hey, yo, we back. We taking all the fans into rap. Hey, yo, we back. No mistaking your facing your masses, erasing the game and basically taking you out to the back. Hey, yo, we back. We're packing all the gloves to the rap. Hey, yo, we back. We taking all the fans into rap. Hey, yo, we back. No mistaking your facing your masses, erasing the game and basically taking you out to the back. Hey, yo, we back.
Four guys who don't know how to act right might just run up in your trap and steal your crack pipe. Or black eyes, I'll throw some chastise. My whack rhymes simplified. I grab the mic and Faygo down one side and stick it in your eyeball. Nightfall, the sidewalk, covered in van, repping the brand. Wishing you can, wishing you could. Yeah, you can't rap, but your bitchin' is good. Whack is in the underground, but we stay it.
Hey, think about your favorite rap group on the continent. List all the reasons that they're dope. Well, we the opposite. A bunch of uncommon, incompetent novices whose accomplishment is nothing more than wasting your fucking time again. We everywhere like New Year's hangovers, bitch. You wanted the meeting of the wackest while the wait's over with. And you just gotta take it like your fucking layover dip. Dropping the number 2 mid NXT pay-per-view. This that takeover shit. We're packing all the clubs to the rap. Hey, yo, we back. We're taking all the fans into rap. Hey, yo, we back. No mistaking your facing your masses, erasing the game and basically taking you out to the back. Hey, yo, we back. We're packing all the clubs to the rap. Hey, yo, we back. We're taking all the fans into rap. Hey, yo, we back. No mistaking your facing your masses, erasing the game and basically taking you out to the back. Hey, yo, we back.
I'm real whack, real lame, and I will snap. Kill cats, kill a fucking game. What a deal at? Clockwork, legs and whip, we eggs and grits. But birth the whole pan, but you're still paying, bitch.
Yo, ain't no whacker, there's a mass up face. Painted fools in the back of his spray paint. Placated to some idiocy. We'll pummel the beat, we'll make your mother poof our music and shove our fist in her pain.
Doing lines about the booty crease. She just pulled it through his sink. Sucking on across the feet. A super duper famous freak. Painted pussies, straight knees. We can rap, we can't read. Whipstick doing whippets till it's motherfucking brain freeze.
If you feel you're better, you are. We're winging it, but good luck staying afloat with those bars on a sinking ship. Lying to yourself that the 4 of us ain't bringing it. We can shoot a squirt gun at the sun and fucking extinguish it. We're packing all the clubs to the rap. Hey, yo, we back. We're taking all the fans into rap. Hey, yo, we back. No mistaking your facing your masses, erasing the game and basically taking you out to the back. Hey, yo, we back. We're packing all the clubs to the rap. Hey, yo, we back. We're taking all the fans into rap. Hey, yo, we back. No mistaking your facing your masses, erasing the game and basically taking you out to the back. Hey, yo, we back.
Long live evil.
All right, y'all. We appreciate you once again, Frenchie. Thank you so motherfucking much. It was an honor to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me in. You know, it was great to talk with you all, Phil. I mean, it's really been cool to me because I don't have a lot of moment to speak with the Juggalo homies from where am I. So it's always a pleasure to speak with you all. So anytime, anywhere, let me know.
Dude, you know we got you, man. It's all love over here from the Underground Pulse podcast. I know Not So Cash and their podcast fuck with you too now. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you for everybody who's donated super chats. Membership only content is coming soon. If you would like to donate to the family of Pokey, we have a GoFundMe. The link is in the description down below. Click the title, the description pops out. The link is in there. We're at fucking $7,661 donated. 31% of the goal. So we're getting there, yo. We're getting there. And I appreciate every single one of you guys who tune in and make a difference, not only for yourselves, but with the Juggalo community, because out here, we're nothing without y'all. You know what I mean? Without every single person who tunes in, without every single person who supports and shows love, you know, this goes far beyond the Underground Pulse podcast. This goes far beyond the Juggalo community. This is like changing lives and stuff, like, you know what I mean? So that's what we do out here, and I hope you guys are doing the same. I'm GunnerB. That's NGS. Above me, he calls himself the Juicy Jiggler, but I'm gonna call him Nips. And then kitty corner to me over here, we got the one and only homie Frenchie. Thank you guys very much. Hey, if you guys want to stick around in the back, we'll talk for a little bit while we're in the back lobby and whatnot and say our pieces out. But for y'all tuning in, y'all maybe have to subscribe for memberships, so maybe I can get you guys in the back lobby after shows and stuff like that. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do a membership tier where you guys can hop in and say what's up afterwards. So much love. Thank you guys.
Taking the ICP route, make them pay for meetings, huh?
I mean, maybe we'll do some shit like that. Well, you know, that's the beauty of memberships. If you pay, you get what you pay for. Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna make sure motherfuckers are getting their money's worth over here at the Underground Pulse podcast. And
how much are we worth?
As of today, I think we're with the super chats, we're worth like $8. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
And depends on what this stream brings in for monetization, because I think we did good today without playing any ICP and shit like that. So we'll see how far we get. But anyway, we're whack. We suck at the Underground Pulse podcast. Make sure you support the underground podcast scene in general. As I said, we got Not So Cash in the chat. Go give him a subscribe. They got Lows and Lets with Nips up here, Lee G, Not So Cash. They're going to be doing a Lows and Lets. Lows and Loud. I keep calling them Lows and Lets.
Yeah.
It's Lows and Loud. If you can, put that in the chat afterwards or something like that. Or right now if you can. Cash, I don't know if you can. But I appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in. It means the fucking world to me. It means the world for every single one of you guys who put in love for the Pulse. Thank you guys very much. I know I keep procrastinating, but I should probably get going. Whoop, whoop, y'all. Take care.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.